Well, as the old saying goes, for most posts here in the Area 4 Legion, Cherryville, you can go sit on a tack. Well, however, that ill will, all mostly driven by envy and jealousy, as Post 100, Cherryville has been on top of the Area 4 standings for about as far back in history as, well, probably the time period from which that insult from this opening monologue was derived. Last year, Asheville dethroned the perennial winners to become king of the mountain, but in 2026, Cherryville is back on top of the standings, trying to prove that last year's second place finish was merely an anomaly in the equation of their longevity. Post 100 may be in first, but their only blemish in Area 4 play was a June 10th loss to these very Cardinals. Post 70 Asheville is within striking distance of the Area 4 crown, but today's game is a must-win if they wish to claim their second straight title. Stay tuned for a good old-fashioned Senior Legion skirmish between two of Area 4's finest here at Buck Fraley Field next.
Baseball University of the Blue Ridge welcomes you to the American Legion streaming series presented by Papa's and Beer Authentic Mexican Grill of Hendersonville. I'm Hunter Street, and I was Ryan Cook, and we're live from John L. Buck Fraley Field at Cherryville Memorial Stadium for a North Carolina American Legion Area 4 matchup between Asheville Post 70 and Cherryville Post 100, and they've done a lot of good progress to the additions here from 365 days ago, give or take.
Yep, I say we're on the new press balcony, press platform you would call. We got our canopy up, and it's a great day of baseball. And had Mr. Ned Yates over here, a great host for Cherryville. Heck, he should probably take over the broadcast. He was practicing his broadcast voice right before we jumped on, and might just have to hand him the mic. But before we hand it back to anybody, let's give you a word from our headline sponsor, Papa's and Beer of Hendersonville. Papa's and Beer first opened their doors in 2001 with a simple mission to serve great, affordable, California-inspired Mexican food. Come enjoy their award-winning flavor with a quick lunch, relaxed dinner with friends, or a festive meal with a large group in their spacious dining room. For a cozy night in, takeout is available. Head over to 1821 Asheville Highway in Hendersonville or check out the menu on papasandbeerhendo.com. Thank you to Papa's and Beer for sponsoring the American Legion Baseball streaming series.
Well, John L. Buck Fraley Field hosts the Southeast and the Mid-Atlantic, or is it Mid-South this year, with Gaston Sims. So we might hopefully be seeing a lot more of this field, depending on how far Asheville Post 70 goes or how far some of these other Area 4 posts go. But tonight it's a battle of the top three.
Two of the top three. Yeah. So was Shelby ahead by what, half a game on Asheville?
Half a game on Asheville.
We'll figure that out in just a minute. But first, let's tell you a little bit about these coaches, because we're going to need a little bit of time here to get through Bobby Reynolds' biography. But first, let's tell you about Asheville Post 70's head coach, Chris Decker. It's his 7th year with the Asheville Post 70 crew. It's his 4th straight season as the head coach. Again, he had that little intermediate stop with Post 77 back in 21 and 22. And prior to that, sneezing. Prior to that, he was the assistant coach at Post 70. He brought this very Cardinals crew all the way to the World Series last year. Again, Coach Decker was an assistant coach at North Henderson for a while, and just a big mainstay here in the Western North Carolina Legion community. So Cherryville Post 100, a name you know very, very well, Bobby Reynolds. Were we 34 or 33? 33 by
it's probably the COVID year, honestly.
Okay, so 33, 34 years here at Cherryville Post 100 for Coach Bobby Reynolds. Again, Coach was part of the Cherryville High School class of 1982. Went to play his college baseball at UNC Wilmington, class of 1986. Back in high school, he was a 2-time state champion, 1980 and 1982 at Cherryville with the Ironmen. When he went to UNCW as a 4-year starter, he set the single-season record and the career record for most doubles. And then after his time at UNCW, he returned back to Rutherford County, where he was the assistant coach. I guess we're going present back. So let me start this over. There's so many dang notes here. All right, so let's jump back. We'll start more present day. So currently, Coach Bobby Dale is coaching at East Rutherford under his son at 20. He's been there since 2021 as the assistant. Prior to that, let's see. He was at East Rutherford as the head coach from 1993 to 2020. Six-time 2A state championship, 2002, 2003, 2004, three-peat, 2007, 2010, and 2016. Runners-up in 96, 08, and 11. 9 times was the West Regional champion, 15-time conference championship. All the while, head coach at Post 100 since 1997, two-time American Legion World Series runner-ups in 98 and 2003, two-time Southeast Regional champion, five-time state champion, that's 97, 98, 03, 07, and 11, and 14-time North Carolina Area 4 champion. He did have that intermediate stop at Gastonia. He was there from 1992 to 1996, head coach at Post 23. And again, prior to then, was the head coach from 1988 to 1991 at Post 100. Had some time at Cherryville High School as an assistant coach, 1987 to 1992, part of that 2A state championship team in 92. His record at East Rutherford, 533 and 185, good for a 742 winning percentage. At Post 100, entering 2026, Hunter might be able to do the math here while I'm doing this, 837, 381. So that would currently put them at
849 and where am I looking?
381.
385.
Okay. 90 and 53 is the head coach for Post 23. It's good for a all-time record of 927 and 434. Again, that's coming into 2026. He's the all-time winningest American Legion coach in North Carolina, and he belongs to 6 different Hall of Fames: the Rutherford County Sports Hall of Fame, the Gaston County Sports Hall of Fame, the East Rutherford High School Hall of Fame, the American Legion Hall of Fame, the NCBCA Hall of Fame, and the NCHSAA Hall of Fame.
I breathe. And we can show you the standings from last year where Asheville took Area 4, 16-2 record in the area. Cherryville and Shelby tied. Cherryville got the 2 seed via the tiebreaker. Followed by Gastonia, Caldwell, Gaston Braves, Hickory, Rutherford, Burke, and North Wilkes-Barre, who currently doesn't field a team.
No, but I did see that North Wilkes' Junior Legion team is in first place, so hopefully the Senior Legion team can return with full force next year. And again, Cherryville at the top of the standings, but last year Asheville, the 16-2 record, again, only losses to Shelby and then a forfeit at the end of the year to Gaston. Won the Area 4 championship. Again, that was a 3-game sweep of Rutherford County.
Camera 3's out.
Camera 3? Oh, Lord. Maybe it's heat. I don't know. I'll have to climb up there in a minute. Anyway.
Want me to tell him about that?
Yeah, I was going to say, I'll go check on
I
that
can give him the review into whatever. Yeah, I want to tell you about Asheville Post 70 back in 2025. 18-2, 16-2 Area 4 regular season champs. They were the 1 seed. Swept Rutherford County, the 8th seed, in the quarterfinals. Swept 5th seed Caldwell in the semifinals and defeated Cherryville in the 1-game final only because Cherryville hosted the state tournament where Asheville Post 70 won the North Carolina State Championship. Wins over Rowan County, Pitt County, Wilmington. Lost to Gardner, who they avenged that loss in the Game 5 championship. Went on the Southeast Regional down in Asheboro, where they defeated Florence, South Carolina, the runner-up. Beat Richland, the South Carolina champ. Troy, Alabama. Jacksonville, Florida. Then Troy, Alabama again. So finished 5-0 in the Southeast Regional. Went on down to Shelby, who was in the Stripes pool. Did not advance to the semifinals due to the second tiebreaker of runs scored. 24 versus 22. Needed those 2 more runs. We won 11-0. We needed 13-0 to go to a tiebreaker. 14-0 to win the coming second in the Stripes Bowl. Excuse me. So finished 36-4 overall. On the other side, Cherryville Post 100 finished 19-6 in the regular season. 14-4 in the area, finished tied second with Shelby, got the 2 seed, swept Hickory in the quarterfinals 3-0, and then played Shelby in the semifinals where it went to a full 5 games. Cherryville obviously won 3-2 where they fell to Asheville 11-5 in that 1-game finals. Went on to the state tournament where they went 1-2 with a win over Union County in Game 1, losses to Wilmington and Rowan County. Well, we're in the Ion Outdoors pregame show, so I want to give y'all a quick word from our pregame sponsor, Ion Outdoors.
Ion Outdoors makes backyard dreams come true. With over 2 decades of experience, the Ion Outdoors team knows exactly how to bring your vision to life. They specialize in creating stunning, functional, and durable poolscapes, patios, outdoor kitchens and bars, and other hardscaping projects. Ion Outdoors' commitment to innovation and their close collaboration with clients guarantees outdoor experiences that seamlessly resonate with your lifestyle and home. Thank you to the Ion Outdoors team for sponsoring the American Legion Baseball Streaming Series pregame show.
Well, Ion Outdoors reminding you that if you have a backyard dream, they can help make it come true. Speaking of a dream, how about the dream-like week that Mr. Braylon Thompson had of Post 70 Cardinals? This week's Ion Outdoors Player of the Week, going 7 for 17, 5 walks, 5 runs, 6 stolen bases, and 13 quality home consultant quality at bats. So a big week for Braylon last week, and we're already through another week, and we're gonna be having week 6 player of the week coming up. So if you're listening to this from around area 4 coaches or players, please get your nominations in so we can have us at week 6 Ion Outdoors Player of the Week. But again, thank you to Ion Outdoors for being our pregame show sponsor and our Player of the Week sponsor. Let's talk a little bit about these two teams coming into tonight. Asheville Post 70 currently in at 12-6, 9-4 in the area. Currently third. We'll show you their standings here in a little bit. Started 3-0 with wins over Burke and swept Anderson, South Carolina Post 14. 4-3 on the road, currently on a 2-game winning streak after sweeping Rutherford County last night 10-3 and 9-2. Previously in the week, they beat Hickory 14-0 for 5, F5. On Tuesday, down at Gastonia, they split, winning 13-1 in 5, and then losing game 2, 6-4. On Wednesday, the Shelby game 10-5, and then Thursday, they lost to the Gaston Braves 11-2. They went 1-2 in the North Carolina South Carolina Challenge down at Shelby at Veterans Field at Cedar Stadium. Lost to Greenwood and beat Richland, then lost to Florence Post 1. They follow up tonight's game Tuesday at the Gaston Braves, and then Thursday, final game of the regular season, hosting Caldwell for Sunday, game 1 of the Area 4 quarterfinals, where hopefully we'll be having a home game and home field advantage, clinching a top 4 seed. I think we might be able to do that tonight. For Cherryville on the other side, 12-4, 10-1, currently first in the area. Started 5-0, wins over Caldwell. Matthews Post 235. Hickory versus Rutherford at the Gaston Braves. They're 8-0 at home and currently on a 4-game win streak. You know, that only blemish in the area 4 come to Asheville Post 70 on June 10th by a score of 8-7. So a close one. This week, Cherryville has beat Rutherford 11-0 in 5 on Tuesday. Wednesday defeated Gaston 23, Post 23, 11-3. On Friday, beat the Gaston Braves 7-1, and then yesterday beat Burke 10-0 in 6 innings. They finish out next week tomorrow, home against Shelby 7 o'clock. Tuesday at Veterans Field and Cedar Stadium versus Shelby again. So that's very interesting that they played Shelby twice. And then Thursday, close out the regular season with Hickory Post 48. That game is here at Fraley Field at 5 p.m. Wanted to reiterate that. They also have a Caldwell makeup game that I don't know how that's getting made up or not.
They were up 6-3 in the 5th inning of that Caldwell game. But, man, I'll tell you, the ones you just pointed out there, leaving Shelby to the end, man.
That's going to shake up the standings, which we'll get to right here in a second. But remember, Sunday starts the Area 4 quarterfinals a week from today. So Post 100 can clinch the home field advantage in the quarterfinals with the win tonight.
Nice. Well, Asheville trying to do everything they can to prevent that. If Asheville can win this game tonight, that'll really make this final week of Legion Area 4 baseball worth watching for sure. Camera 3, there was no good to see you. Camera 3 was actually full battery and everything was working just fine. It was just in the off position, like the what do you call that? Just like the locked screens.
Who knows?
So I think I fixed it. Hopefully
another hot day. But yeah, here are those standings. Talk about it since I've been yapping.
All right, so Cherryville again at the top, 10-1, but they still have the 3 games to play after this one. So just hypothetical, if they lost all 4 of the remaining games, it'd be 10-5, and you can kind of do the math there. Everybody with, I think we said Caldwell still technically alive. Asheville obviously has to pretty much win out. Shelby, man, I'll tell you, it's Asheville's going to need a little help trying to find a way back to the top there. It's probably going to come down to Cherryville and Shelby. But Gaston's my sleeper for the playoffs. Rutherford, we saw them yesterday for the first time. Not a great run differential. Final run differential, I think it was 19-5 in that game. And then who's in the dwelling or the basement dweller right now? Gastonia.
They're tied. They're 3-10 apiece with Burke. And that's an interesting one because
again, Hickory's not sitting pretty either necessarily.
Hickory beat Burke twice and Burke beat Gastonia twice. There's something in there that I'd have to go back and look. But looking at it right now, Rutherford, not very good run differential. Everyone else is pretty solid from where the record would be. Cherryville's given up 28 runs in Area 4 play. Now, granted, they've only played 11 games. Wow. The Gaston Braves have played 14, and they've given up 73, so do the math there. But still, 28 runs in 11 and a half games is very impressive.
I feel like the whole conference is a little closer together in competition this year. Again, only loss for Cherryville against Asheville on June 10th at Asheville. Post 82 split with Post 70.
And they lost to the Gaston Braves just as Asheville did.
Yep. So it's going to be an interesting finish to the season here. Let's go ahead and throw that prospect list up, and we'll tell you about some of the players you're going to see in this game. Starting pitcher tonight's going to be a good one for Asheville. It's Peyton Maben. He's committed to USC Union. He'll be a freshman this year, so definitely one to keep an eye on for those 4-year schools. A few others to point out, Liam Suttles and Cole Holbrook. Or actually, I think Liam's the only one in the lineup tonight, but a couple underclassmen. Again, Cole Holbrook, Landon Wright, Liam Suttles. Keep an eye on. Suttles has been very strong on defense in the middle of the field, been hitting the ball pretty well. A lot of multi-hit games over the last 2 weeks. For Post 100, you have a few uncommitted prospects. I'm not sure if we'll see them in this game. The 2 I like the most are the pitchers, Tyler Gates, left-hander out of Lincolnton, and Bryson Schmidt out of North Lincoln. We had a chance to see Bryson pitch in the high school season. Beckett Rinkus, very good ball player as well. He's going to be in the 6th spot in the lineup for Cherryville. Beckett, fresh off of a state games appearance, I believe. So, again, part of that North Lincoln State Championship team. And then, again, lots of JUCO guys playing in this game for sure. You know, you have Grayson Payne, Jackson Warnock, Alex Hanna, Boone Carver, all playing JUCO ball, so they'll eventually be looking for 4-year homes. And then on the other side, for Cherryville, you have, as far as in the lineup goes, Preston Henson, who's going to Brunswick. You have, let's see here, any other JUCO guys? Tucker Sigmund's going to CVCC. He'll be another one to keep an eye on. But again, some big-time names for big-time schools too. You got Casey McGinnis tonight's starting pitcher. He's going to UNC Wilmington, and then Talon Dalton down in the 8th spot. He'll be heading off to Concord. So there's some other big names. Elliot Dellinger tonight's starting catcher. He'll be going to UVA Wise, and Nate Rollins was at Bluefield State last year. He's going to be going to Francis Marion now, just switched up in the transfer portal, and he'll be leading off tonight playing shortstop. Now for the Cardinals, a couple others to keep an eye on. Braylon Thompson, we'll talk about him a little bit here for our Eye on Outdoors We're going to bring up Eye on Outdoors. Want to go ahead and bring that up?
I did it.
Oh, we did it already?
Yeah.
Oh, I was gone for a while. So shows you what I know. Hunter's already on that. So
talk about it, yeah.
But Braylon Thompson was our Eye on Outdoors Player of the Week. Again, Grant Buchanan last night, the home run. He was our Papa's a Beer Player of the Game. And shout out to Zeke Atwater's. Just been really impressed with him moving to center field after the JoJo Brown injury. It's really helped solidify the defense in the middle for the Cardinals. A couple minutes before game time. Haven't seen a manager meeting just yet. So we'll go ahead and pull it back just a scotch here.
Well, I found it while you were talking about our prospects. So Burke has beat Hickory twice. Hickory's beat Gastonia twice, and Burke and Gastonia still have a game to play. So I feel like Burke is in the best spot just looking at how they've improved recently comparative to Gastonia and Hickory's games, but they're all pretty tight. Burke doesn't score as much. 38 runs in the area over 13 games versus the 50 by Hickory and 54 by Gastonia.
Are there tiebreakers if they tie at the end there?
That's a Ned question. He would definitely know the answer to that, and maybe when he walks by, we can ask him.
Yeah. Because if someone like Hickory or Gastonia tied at the end, especially if they split or something on the season, it'll be interesting. But again, down here in Cherryville, great place to watch some baseball. Very nostalgic, you know. Like you look at the brick buildings here that make up the press box, the concession stand, the coach's office, the dugouts. It's kind of juxtaposed to the new additions here. You have the what you call this tapestries over top here, keeping the shade out of the third base side standings. You have the sitting deck all the way down by the left field foul pole. You have another set of tapestries down the right field line that people are sitting on. I mean, you're almost looking like a minor league baseball field here, and it's like the best of like old and new with turf and the bricks. Ned, quick question for you: if there's a tie for last place now that there's 9 teams in Area 4, would there be a play-in game for the final playoff, or would they go down to a tiebreaker?
Well, I'm sorry I can't answer your question, Ryan. Fortunately and unfortunately, I'm no longer the Area 4 senior commissioner, so I don't know how they voted to handle the playoffs this year. But what I can help you with, if y'all want to know, our umpires for tonight's game are very well respected and get to do regionals and state tournaments a lot. And if y'all care, the plate umpire's name is Trevor Jenkins, and the base umpire's name is Chris Paget.
Just so you know where to send their complaints after the game.
No, they're both solid guys, Ryan, and they both do a lot of high level stuff in Legion Bay. Like I say, Chris was in the regionals last year, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him in the World Series one day, maybe. But you never know. But if I can find out the answer to your question, I'll write it on a sheet of paper and slide it.
Right, because Gastonia right now is tied with Burt at 3-10, and Hickory is at 4-9. And just looking at the schedule, like any 3 of them, it looks like
they split Gastonia and Burke, and it's a lot of crazy scenarios.
There have been things like you go to runs given up hurts you more than runs scored. I know at Cherryville down at CamWood University one year, everybody was 2-1, and Post 100 had to leave because we gave up 2 more runs than team that went in front of us. We scored more runs than they did, but we gave up 2 more runs.
That's kind of how it was for Post 70 last year in the World Series too, because everybody was tied at like 2-1 record. So, hey, I appreciate that info. If you get it, definitely let us know. All right, well, we're going to have the PA announcers go ahead and announce the starting lineups, and then we'll have our sportsmanship code of sportsmanship. I like that. And then we're going to have our national anthem, and then Hunter and I will be back with your starting lineups and defensive alignments.
Playing right field, number 2, Braylon Thompson. Batting second baseman, number 11, Liam Settles. Batting third, pitcher, number 7, Roger Harder. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 15, Alex Hanna. Batting fifth, first baseman, number 6, Grant Buchanan. Batting sixth, third baseman, number 1, Anthony Payne. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 19, Jackson Warnock. Batting eighth, center fielder, number 3, Zeke Atwater. And batting ninth, shortstop, number 17, Jackson Pavone. Starting pitcher for Asheville, number 8, Peyton Maiden. Remainder of the lineup, number 9, Ty Aycott, number 10, Brady Duvall, number 16, Maddox Wright, number 18, G. Holbrook, and number 21, Tristan Summer. Asheville is coached by Chris Stecker with assistance from Jake Reggie, Will Lindsay, and Dustin Hatchcock. Now for Cherryville Post 100. Leading off, playing shortstop, number 8, Nate Rollins. Batting second, the pitcher, number 6, Casey McGinnis.
Case.
Batting third, playing first base, number 20, Tucker Sigmund. In the cleanup holds the catcher, number 17, Elliot Dellinger. Batting fifth, playing right field, number 9, Adam Rogers.
Tuesday and Thursday.
Batting sixth, center fielder, number 14, Beckett Ricketts. Batting second, playing third base, number 15, Preston Henson. Batting eighth at second base, number 1, Talon Dalton. And batting ninth, playing left field, number 4, Keenan Fowler. Reserve players for Post 100, number 7, Eli Webb, number 16, Bryson Schmidt, number 23, Carson Clonger, number 22, Tyler Gates, number 12, Colin Chappelle, number 34, Camden Williams, number 10, Davin Dye, number 18, Eli Black, and number 3, Aaron Hedger. Post 100 is coached by Bobby Reynolds, with assistance from Drew Reynolds, AJ Henley, Brent Walls, and the bat boy for Post 100 is Kel Henson. Players, if you would please repeat after me the American Legion Baseball Code of Sportsmanship. I will keep the rules. I will keep faith with my teammates. I will keep my temper. I will keep myself fit. I will keep a stout heart in defeat. I will keep my pride under in victory. I will keep a sound soul, a clean mind, and a healthy body. Fans, at this time, please rise as you are able and remove your hats for the invocation. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the day that you've given us, and we thank you for this game of baseball. Lord, we thank you for the privilege we have as free Americans to come out and enjoy the game. Lord, I pray that you would continue to bless this nation, continue to keep it free. Lord, I pray that you'll be with each player on the field tonight, each coach, each umpire, help them all perform to the best of their abilities. And Lord, I pray that you'll be with us fans and keep us a good sense of sportsmanship. And these things I ask in the name of Jesus. Amen. Friends, at this time, please remain standing, and veterans, render your hand salute as we honor the United States of America and those who protect it at home and abroad with the playing of our national anthem. Flags at Prairie Field are presented by Annalise Boutique, located in downtown Cedar. Officials for tonight's game.
Well, a word from our first inning sponsor, Bloom Patch Farm.
Bloom Patch Farm, located in Henderson County, is a specialty micro farm dedicated to rare and extraordinary dahlia cuttings, premium tubers, healthy potted plants, seasonal bouquet subscriptions, and custom floral work. Bloom Patch Farm ships cuttings and tubers nationwide throughout the year, specializing in rare and hard-to-find varieties. Shop online at bloompatchfarmllc.com or find them on Instagram and Facebook, where you can learn more about this weekend's dahlia auction to help benefit American Legion Post 70. Bloom Patch Farm, rare blooms grown with intention. Well, thank you to Bloom Patch Farm. I think that auction is over. Talked to Miss Sumner today, and I think they had some good sales, and they're getting them all together to ship out. So thank you to everybody that participated in that auction to help raise funds for Post 70. And here's your Cherryville defensive alignment. It's be Casey McGinnis thrown to Elliot Dellinger, and then at third base, Preston Henson, shortstop Nate Rollins, Talon Dalton at second, and Tucker Sigmund at first. From left to right, Keenan Fowler, Beckett Rinkus, and Adam Rogers in right. Starting lineup for your Asheville Cardinals will be Braylon Thompson leading off. He's in right field. Liam Suttles in the 2 spot. He's at second base. Boone Carver, the catcher. Cleanup spot is Alex Hanna, the DH. Batting fifth, Grant Buchanan at first base. Grayson Payne, the third baseman. Jackson Warnock batting seventh in left field. Zeke Adwaters in center. And Jackson Pavone at shortstop in the 9 spot.
Leading off for Asheville, right fielder number 2, Braylon Thompson.
So here's your Ion Outdoors Player of the Week. Mr. Thompson gets on base. That's what he was rewarded for this week in that leadoff spot, helping supercharge this Cardinals offense. It's been fairly hot over the last couple weeks.
So used to just looking up and seeing the batter, and I'm not having to turn my head. A great view here from this little porch or pergola, you might call it. Well, maybe Ion Outdoors did this. We don't know.
Ion Outdoors, if you got a backyard dream, they can help make it come true. Appreciate them being our pregame show sponsor.
I bet you they could build us something like this over at West Henderson and give us our own little porch, little media porch.
So Thompson here, all squared away in the full count. And McGinnis heading off to UNC Wilmington next year, alma mater of Coach Bobby Dale Reynolds. Nice take there by Thompson, leaves it up high. That'll be a lead-off walk. No shocker there. Thompson hustles down to first base. Liam Suttles now the T.C. Robertson Rising senior, playing excellent defense up the middle. Excellent student. A lot to like about him as a college recruit. So any high academic schools out there, Mr. Suttles is interested. Talked to him this week, too. He's been asking about schools in Utah, so there ain't much there. You got Salt Lake City Community College, and then I think it's Eastern Utah or Utah State Eastern or something. And then I think 3 Division I programs out there. But I think he's got a little taste for the Mountain West after that tournament that Coach Philpeck brought to. I think he brought him out to Vegas. Runner takes off here, throw down by Dellinger. Thompson is safe. I think it would have been safe either way if the ball popped out of Dalton's glove there. So as a Carolina pack-and-go stolen base again, helping him move from one base to the next. Now is after his quality home consultants, Quality at Bat. So again, thank you to our in-game sponsors today. I'll give you more info on them later. Suttles 1-1 count now. See if anything is on here now with the runner on second and nobody out. The ball is going to scoot away from Dellinger, but Thompson able to read the dirt ball, read there, and pick up another bag. I guess that'd be a pass ball.
Yeah, I'd say so.
So runner 90 feet away from Mr. Suttles. There's a pitch from McGinnis. Ground ball. Oh, Mr. Thompson has got himself caught in a pickle here. See, he's in it a little longer than I thought he'd be. That's enough time for Suttles to move up to second base on the fielder's choice. So that would be 1 to 5 to 2 to 6. Either way, Suttles or Thompson caught in between there. Hate to see that with nobody out. But there's some controversy in the Orioles game last night. The contact play, right? A lot lot of major league teams, maybe college, maybe Hunter can speak on this more than I can, but a lot of pro teams have moved pro contact play, meaning like they get their secondary lead and they take off no matter what on contact at third base. And I think a lot of analytics show that it's about a 50% or so success rate. What are we seeing in the college game? A lot of contact plays, or are they a little bit more conservative?
I've seen a lot of crazy rundowns and things like that recently, so I'd say, yeah, I feel like the
That
analytics
ball
are
can
helping.
skip all the way to the net. That's a wild pitch, allowing Suttles to move up.
But see right there, that scores a run.
Yep.
That pitch scores a run, and you have 3 opportunities to score from third with 3 outs if you start the inning there. So tough situation because the ball's hit right back up the middle to the pitcher on a bounce.
I think it's athletic play too. I mean, he got up there to snag that ball.
You just got to see it through. See it through the infield.
Carver takes strike 3 looking on the curveball. 2 outs now. McGinnis and post 100. 1 out away from escaping this jam. This early jam.
Designated hitter number 15.
Without a blemish. See if Alex Hanna, the rising sophomore at Rockingham, 2025 North Henderson graduate. See if he can find the clutch button here. Again, after I think we've seen 2 a pass ball and a wild pitch here, Suttles better be active on his secondary leads down there at third base. There's another strike, so quickly behind is Alex Hanna, 0-2. Lots of flags out there in center field.
I was going to say that after the national anthem. Which American flag are we looking
Swing
at?
and a miss. Alex Hanna's going to make a move towards first, but Dellinger throws it down to complete the strikeout. 2 Ks in the inning. The walk, the stolen base. Got a runner tagged out in a pickle, but no hits, no runs heading into the bottom of the first. It'll be Nate Rollins, Casey McGinnis, and Tucker Sigmund. Well, for those of you listening at home that want to support what we're doing, we want to draw your attention to our Patreon for the best coverage and content of Western North Carolina baseball. Visit our Patreon at patreon.com/BB University WNC. Here you'll find conference previews, preseason and playoff predictions, power rankings, player of the weeks, podcasts, highlight films, and much more. Membership start at just $1, and all the money raised stays right here in Western North Carolina, supporting mountain baseball and supporting foothills baseball. Again, we'll probably be back with another year of high school broadcasting for you. Saw 25 games in the spring, and here we are in the summer for 10 Legion games. And let's go ahead and show you our Asheville defensive alignment. Starting pitcher is a good one, left-hander Peyton Maben. He'll be throwing to Boone Carver. From third to first, it's Grayson Payne at third, Jackson Pavone is short, Liam Suttles at second, and Grant Buchanan at first. From left to right in the outfield, Jackson Warnock, Zeke Adwaters, and Braylon Thompson. Starting lineup, I should say batting order for Cherryville Post 100. Batting first, Nate Rollins, the shortstop. Batting second, the starting pitcher, Casey McGinnis. Batting third, Tucker Sigmund, the first baseman. In the 4-hole, Elliot Dellinger, the catcher. Adam Rogers batting fifth in right field. Beckett Rinkus in center. Preston Henson, the third baseman, batting seventh. Talon Dalton, the second baseman, batting eighth. And in the 9 spot, Keenan Fowler in left field. Trying to pound the waters today, stay hydrated. Say the hot weather is creeping in next week. We're doing games on Tuesday and Thursday to finish out the schedule, and they look like hot ones. I think we'll have 90-degree days on both.
100. Shortstop number 8, Nate Rollins.
So it's a warm one here in Cherryville, especially with the Cardinals wearing all black. Leadoff hitter here, Nate Rollins. Nate swings and fouls one off. I think we read that right in the pregame notes, but Nate Rollins was at Bluefield State. And now he'll spend his sophomore season at Francis Marion. The ground ball, nice pickup by Suttles. Throws to first, gets him in plenty of time. Suttles been making a lot of plays like that this year. Real good on the spin plays. So 4-3, one away. Start calling him DJ Suttles with all the spinning he's been doing at second base.
I love our Mr. Kel Henson, our bat boy. We got him listed.
Younger
East
brother
Rutherford,
of
class of 34.
Yeah, younger brother of Preston Henson. You can already tell that he's going to be a good one.
Got him a jersey and it all.
Taking IO with the Cherryville starting lineup. And Cherryville does an excellent job of keeping records on these guys, how long they've been with the post, how long they played senior and junior. Cason McGinnis is actually his first year playing with the Legion team, and committed to UNC Wilmington, North Lincoln grad, two-time state champion. Hard line drive. Adwaters did a great job of staying in place to get the read on that. Backs up a couple feet, and it's a line drive out. Adwaters, I think we mentioned it towards the end of the broadcast, had something like 6, 7, 8 putouts in center field last night. Very busy out there. Tucker Sigmund, I think he had a home run the other night, maybe 2. I was reading there's a Richard Walker article. Shout out to Richard Walker doing the finest in Legion coverage here in the foothills.
CarolinaSportsHub.com helping us with scores.
Sigmund also part of that North Lincoln State Championship squad back-to-back years. Tucker will be playing his first year of collegiate baseball at Catawba Valley Community College next year. This is Tucker's second year playing for Coach Bobby Dale. Ooh. They're going to say he did. So, again, lost his foot in there for 2 strikes. So 1-2 now. Fouled off here. Maybe seemed a little salty about that foul pitch there. Spoiled his offering. So either he spoiled a good offering or he didn't hit his spot. So 1-2 pitch coming again here to Sigmund. Ground ball into and out of the Cherryville dugout. He hit the crossbar there on the overhang of the front of the dugout there. So third time we're going to do this 1-2 pitch. That's the last of it. Strike 3. Peyton Maven with a 1-2-3. Again, Maven coming off of a gem that he threw against, was it Gaston or Shelby the other day?
Gaston.
Yes.
No.
Nope, Shelby. It was whoever they beat. It was Shelby.
Hickory? The 14-0, it was Hickory.
Oh, it was Hickory, you're right. But it was a gem. He was 1 out away from a no-hitter in that one, but spoiled at the last minute. Either way, off to a good start here. Into the top of the second will be Grant Buchanan, Grayson Payne, and Jackson Warnock coming to the plate. So Grant Buchanan, last night's Papa's and Beer player of the game. So again, thank you to Papa's and Beer of Hendersonville, our headline sponsor for our second straight year of the Legion streaming series. Hopped into Papa's and Beer 2 days ago. Delicious steak burrito, spicy. And I'll tell you, they're big in the baseball community, so we appreciate them. And if you're up in the Hendersonville area off Asheville Highway, make sure you stop in for some California-themed Mexican cuisine with Papa's and Beer. Grayson Payne's due up second this inning. He was last night's winning pitcher, went 6 1/3.
Well, speaking of second name sponsor, CamWood Bats, located in Haywood County, serving baseball and softball players across the nation. Get your game bats, trainers, tees, tutorials, and more are available for purchase. CamWoodBats.com. As part of our partnership, use that coupon code BBUWNC and see it on your screen right now throughout the second inning for a 10% discount on all purchases through their website. Appreciate CamWood, be a longtime sponsor of American Legion streaming series and Baseball University of the Blue Ridge.
Yeah, it's fall season coming up, and I know fall season means wood bat league, so might as well save yourself 10% on the best bats available. And they've been busy. A lot of pro orders now. They can fill. They got approved for pro baseball a couple years ago. They send bats all over the nation for softball too. Again, the famous training bat made famous by Tony Gwynn, the late Tony Gwynn. Good take there by Buchanan. Again, Buchanan had 3 hits last night, including his first home run for Post 70.
He had tracked some scores tonight. Finally found some game changers on some of these area teams.
Did you make your own like follow list there?
That's just game changer. So it's like
interesting.
So
tonight is Gaston versus Burke. They're going for 2.
I think that's just 2 game change. I don't know.
Okay. Watching that Hickory Shelby game. Shelby off to a 2-0 lead here against Hickory. So interesting. All right. Well, we got some scores for you tonight. That's a good addition. Ball 4 here. So second straight inning to open up with a walk. And Braylon Thompson walked, made all the way to third with nobody out in the first. They got in a pickle on the Suttles comebacker to McGinnis. So Grayson Payne, we've seen him in left field. We've seen him at third base. We've seen him on the mound. He's been moving around a little bit.
Anthony Payne.
And we found out his real name is Anthony Payne, same as the founder of Nova X Kinetics, Anthony Payne. I don't think there's a relationship there, though.
Somewhere.
Maybe. I don't know. Haven't asked.
We were talking to his coach, though, last night, and he said he found a name of a guy not related to you.
Oh, yeah. He said he ran into another cook that spells it and says it the same way. Ran into him, says he's from upstate New York.
No, Boston.
That's right.
How are you going to confuse the two? Wow, they played this week, too, the Yankees and the Red Sox, and they got into it.
The Red Sox ain't much this year, are they?
No, but they're willing to. The Yankees come to town, they'll give them all they got.
So Grayson Payne here in a 2-2 count. McGinnis been going to that spinner. Close take there by Payne. The Cherryville faithful wanted it. Demanded it, even.
Was telling them.
Wow. All right. So 2 in a row there that were just off the plate. So Grant Buchanan, Grayson Payne, back-to-back walks to open up the second. Here's new addition, Jackson Warnock, the Owen Warhorse, recent graduate who's heading to Cleveland next year. We're playing for Coach John Grigg. Actually, Coach Groovy over in the Cherryville dugout is one of the assistants at Cleveland Community College as well. So probably keeping a close eye on Warnock here. Ground ball right back to McGinnis. Goes to third, bounces it. Nice pick by Henson. Back to first, not in time, so it'll be a fielder's choice for Warnock. So the rare 1-5 put out. It's Buchanan at third. Payne moves up to second. And Warnock, another one of his coaches will be Briggs Barker, also a former Warhorse, reuniting with him at Cleveland. So McGinnis here trying to work out of another jam, self-inflicted via the walks. Was able to get out of the first unscathed. Asheville still looking for their first hit, although they've had a few base runners.
Well, that was number 34, McGinnis.
Waters goes fishing there.
Seeing a lot early, but that's what happened when you walk guys back-to-back leadoffs.
So if you can get out of this without any damage, like that is, but base is occupied, so Adwaters will be out. Is that a pass ball or a wild pitch?
They hit the ground before.
I think it did. I guess we'll call it a wild pitch. Allows Payne and Warnock to move up. However, 2 outs now. 3 Ks in the book already for McGinnis. Number 9 hitter. He's a good 9 hitter. It's Jackson Pavone, left-handed swinger, right-handed thrower. Makes him pretty versatile out in the field. He's at shortstop this evening. And Anderson Terrell was getting a lot of the time at short. He went down with an injury about a week ago. It's a good time to tell you about our Southeastern Physical Therapy Health and Availability Report. Right after this nice little pick there by Rollins, those are the cross for the final out. So 3 walks so far for McGinnis, but none able to be plated by the Cardinals. 2 walks, no hits, no runs heading into the bottom of the second. It'll be Elliot Dellinger, Adam Rogers, and Beckett Rinkus due up.
Stay connected on social media with Baseball University of the Blue Ridge. Like and subscribe on YouTube at youtube.com/@bbuniversity@WNC. Like us on Facebook at Baseball University of the Blue Ridge. Follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, and Instagram at @bbuniversitywnc. And check out our website, baseballu.org. That's baseball with the letter U.org. Appreciate you guys staying in tuned with our socials. Let's build this YouTube follow and go like and subscribe, guys. Drop a chat where you're watching from. Drop some scores. Drop words of wisdom. What a week of Legion baseball we've had.
It's been busy. I think tomorrow's. I got to finish up the last of those underclassmen prospect films, but I think tomorrow might be the day I finally try to publish this American Legion or guide to American Legion baseball before the playoffs start, just to give our Western North Carolina fandom and the foothills and the mountains an idea of who's out there playing in this league and what to expect as the playoffs start. Again, a lot of underclassmen talent that I saw throughout the Legion rosters this year. That was encouraging. And again, as usual, a lot of college level talent. I think Southeastern Legion baseball, North Carolina Legion baseball, some of the best in the country, if not the best. Here's another North Lincoln grad, Elliot Dellinger, recent state champion. Again, a lot of rings on these fingers here. Post 100 dugout. Coach Reynolds has trouble getting through the airport metal detectors with all the rings he's got to take off. And these North Lincoln guys have been collecting a bunch of rings themselves. Dellinger going to be playing at UVA Wise next year. So Virginia Wise Division II school up in the southeast corridor of Virginia. Maven zipping it in pretty good. It's about 84 to 86 to open up the game versus Hickory on Monday. Not sure where those pitches were missing, but it's a ball 4, base on balls for Dellinger. We'll see if he's going to run for himself. He is the catcher.
At least for now, he is.
1-0 brings us to right fielder, number 9, Adam Rogers.
It was Adam Rogers, the plate. I think we remember Adam's name from Lincoln Charter. We saw him earlier in the season playing versus East Lincoln and then again versus Caldwell.
Does Lincoln
South
not have
Caldwell,
a Legion team this year, or
who's that?
Lincoln County Post, or
I
how's that work?
guess.
Or are we just too close to North Lincoln that the guys?
I don't think there is a Lincolnton Post.
I know there used to be.
I guess Cherryville would be Lincoln County's Post nowadays. Again, you got representatives from Cherryville, North Lincoln, East Rutherford, Maiden, Crest, and Lincolnton. So mostly Lincoln County. 1-1 delivery here from Maven. Slide steps, misses outside.
We're just on the border into Gaston County here. But you're pulling from Lincoln County and Cleveland County a lot.
Went through Waco to get here.
Not to be confused with the former school of Mr. Colby Branch. Shortstop who finished with the Dogs, who hit a home run this last game, and his brother hit a home run for.
Hot fly here. It's out of play. So
The
I've been to
national
Waco,
champs.
Texas, and I've been to Waco, North Carolina.
I've never been to Waco, Texas.
Not much there. Went there for the Texas High
Baylor.
School Baseball Coaches Association meeting back in like 2006 or something when I was working for Baseball Factory Team 1. Again, I was probably like 23 years old. Strike 3 looking here to Rogers. I remember got picked up in an old taxi cab at the small Waco airport. One of the first questions I asked about was the Davidians, the famous case out of Waco, a tragic case. It's probably never a good thing when your hometown is remembered for tragic things. So luckily Cherryville, this Waco near Cherryville, probably got more positive things to talk about. Single by Rinkus, again, another North Lincoln grad. Not a grad, he's a rising senior. Rinkus fresh off the state games appearance. So Dellinger running for himself at second, Rinkus at first. So North Lincoln on first and second. Now bring Preston Henson, the East Rutherford grad, to the plate. Henson, very good glove, gold glove infielder. Puts the bunt down here. And it is a beauty. Nothing you can do there except just pick it up and put it in your pocket. So Preston Henson, he may not be the biggest prospect, but his baseball IQ is about as high as it gets.
Bases loaded brings up the second baseman, number 1, Talon Dalton.
Bases loaded for Talon Dalton. Talon, again, probably the longest tenured player for Cherryville. 2 years on the junior team, 3rd year on the senior team. Talon, a Cherryville grad this year. He's heading to Concord, West Virginia next year, play Division II baseball. Man, what a bunt by Henson. That's
a great bunt.
You can't mess with your lines or your dirt in the base pass too much from your turf. That one finds the 5-5. A little stumble around the third base there by Rinkus, but both are able to score on the RBI single, 2 RBI single by Talon Dalton. So 2-0 score here. It's Cherryville trying to all but assure themselves a Area 4 title with a win tonight. Again, they still got the 2 versus Shelby this week, but plenty of ball game left here for Asheville to make a comeback. Number 9 hitter Keenan Fowler. Keenan, a rising senior at Cherryville. We saw him in that Burns game, a game versus Burns at Burns earlier in the high school season, and pretty impressed with Fowler. He's gritty, right-handed swinging outfielder. There's a strike. So quickly ahead 0-2. So again, Henson at second, Dalton at first. Rinkus and Dellinger already in. 2-0. Fouled back to the screen here. Fowler fighting with 2. So again, a little bit of wind left to right. Had some crazy weather reports earlier today, Spartanburg County, South Carolina, on the drive down. So they're going to get maybe winds up to 60 miles per hour with hail. We haven't seen anything close to that. We had rain in Eddyville last night into this morning. But weather looks just fine down here in the foothills. Uh-oh. So here, Maven's going to have to run at him. Starts the rundown. Payne to Suttles. Suttles tagged by Pavone. Moving up on the backside is Dalton. So that'll be a pickoff, I guess we'll call that. So it's 1-5 to 4 to 6. So 1-5 to 4 to 6 on the pickoff. Henson thought he had Maven timed on that. Maven steps off, did the right thing, tried to freeze the runner, got the ball to the base they were heading to. Oh, that's a dying quail. That's going to get down. Dalton around third. No reason to throw home on that. He was safe by a mile, but no advancement. by Fowler. So RBI single makes this 3-0.
Off the call for post 100, shortstop, number 8, Nate
So runner on
Rollins.
first now, 2 down. And Maven made a pretty good pitch there. Wasn't hit too hard. The inside of the bat, closer to the handle than the barrel. But enough on it by Fowler to push another run across, 3-0. Rollins back at the top of the lineup here. Rollins grounded out to second base in the first inning. It's evened up here, 1-1. So a walk and 4 straight singles has led to 3 runs, and the pickoff in the midst of that. Will Lindsay in the dugout today? No Will Lindsay.
Did not see him exit the bus.
Here comes that glare as the sun sets out there beyond the third base dugout. But you can see Keenan Fowler at first base putting his hand up to the sun to make sure he's getting his signs and seeing the pitcher clearly enough not to get picked off. Grant Buchanan wearing the glasses, the shades, I should say. Say Maven and the Cardinals need to get a third out here, end this rally, get back in that dugout. Again, crooked number here for Cherryville. Runner goes. Oh, could not get the handle. Oh, yes, he did get the handle. It's just ball 4. I apologize. Second walk of the inning. 8th hitter coming up to the plate here in the inning is Casey McGinnis. McGinnis hit one really hard to center field, but nice play by Adwaters in the first to haul it in. Hey, we got ourselves a mound visit. Let's go ahead and introduce our mound visit sponsor, Cedar Springs Baptist. So Coach Haithcock's out to talk to Maven and put a little faith in his pitcher. And speaking of faith, if you need some in your life, then head on over to Cedar Springs Baptist Church. Today's Sunday. You know, they had a full congregation. If you're looking for a new congregation to join, then head on down to Zirconia, North Carolina, and check out Cedar Springs Baptist Church, our mound visit sponsor. Got some Western North Carolina driving school RBIs in this inning. Again, 2 by Talon Dalton, 1 by Keenan Fowler. Again, Western North Carolina driving school. They're driving runs in here, but Western North Carolina is teaching your kids how to drive.
2 on, 2 away, brings up the pitcher, number 6.
Kind of was a sack bunt, but ended up being a single. So nice bunt single by Preston Henson. So shout out to the Blue Devil Athletic Boosters Club, our sacrifice bunt sponsor. Make a sacrifice, give to your local boosters, and lots of quality at bats in this inning. So thank you to our quality home consultants. That ball is going to drop down for another base hit. Run in, throw to third, gets past Payne, runs into the runner. He will advance, no play will be had at third. So a bit of chaos on the bases there. Is a single for McGinnis. Just the 1 RBI.
2.
Nah, that RBI, that's an error on the throw.
No.
So Nate Rollins does come all the way around to score, but that is on
Replacement
an
number 20,
E.
Tucker
I
Sigmund.
guess we got to give it to the, Adwaters being E8 technically on the throw. McGinnis moved all the way up to third on that. So again, RBI brought to you by Western North Carolina Driving School. McGinnis driving in the 1. Rollins scoring on the E8 as that throw past the bag. Moving up to second on the throw was McGinnis, but advancing to third on the error. For those keeping it score at home. And post 100 is batted around as Tucker Sigmund comes to the plate. Yeah, not the hardest hit singles. A lot of CNI singles, 5-5 hole dying quails, but in the books, it has been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 singles and a walk without a batter retired. Again, we did have the pick off in between all that. 5-0. Our score here is how it sits. That's just high there. Sun dipping behind the clouds, though. Dipping behind the clouds has cooled it up a little bit here. It was nice. They got the pitch counts out there too, 39. So pitch count rising.
Oh,
for Maven. He's gonna miss with the curveball there, so full count. Sounds like post 100 or post 70 thinks they're being squeezed a little bit. Pop fly into left field. Looks like Warnock's got a read on it. And he'll haul it in for out number 3. But not before Cherryville sends all 9 batters to the plate. 2 walks and 5 singles lead to 5 runs. There was an error in there and an unearned run. Heading into the top of the third, it's going to be top of the lineup, Braylon Thompson, Liam Suttles, and Boone Carver come to the plate. Well, not the start that the Cardinals had hoped for. But, again, still plenty of time. But they're going to need to put some zeros up on the board and start throwing some crooked numbers up of their own. Any updates on those as I read the third inning
I think
sponsor?
Shelby's up 2-0 still, and looks like the Gas and Braves have taken a 2-0 lead on Burke County Post 21, so that's in top of the third.
Speaking of
Cohen
third,
Christian
third inning sponsor.
Burke.
I'll try to do a cool transition.
Oh, sorry. I was going to tell you who's pitching for teams, but go ahead. Cohen Christian pitching for Burke, and then you say it for
McElhoney.
McElhoney pitching for Hickory tonight. So a couple of 2-0s right now in the area 4. So, yeah, third.
McElhone twins. I think it was Dylan and Aiden. So, all right, third inning sponsor. It looks like they're also a sponsor here at Cherryville because I see their name up on the right field wall. That's Flooring America of Kings Mountain and Gastonia, and they are proud sponsors of the American Legion Baseball Streaming Series and long a supporter of baseball in Western North Carolina. Flooring America is locally owned and operated by regional experts. By shopping at Flooring America, you're supporting your community and you'll enjoy personalized service that you won't find elsewhere. If you are in need of new flooring, Flooring America will help you find the perfect floor for the way you live. Thank you again to Flooring America for sponsoring the third inning.
Leading on top of the third for Asheville Post 70, the leadoff batter, number 2, right fielder, Braylon Thompson.
Again, Braylon is an on-base expert. Not a lot of power yet. Lots of singles. If he puts the ball on the ground, he's got a good chance of beating it out. Got line drives and flares, but gets occasional double, but he's not a guy that's going to put the ball over the fence. It's not part of his game, and it doesn't have to be because he's extremely fast. He's so fast that it looks like he's not trying with his speed. Let's just put it that way. He's got that football speed to him where he can run with his head still. A lot of balance, just floats through the air. Another good AB here for Thompson, 3-1 count. And pitch count for McGinn is currently at 38. And there's another walk for Thompson, 0 for 0 now with 2 base on balls.
Third inning in a row. He's walked the leadoff batter.
Yep, but nothing to
One
show
on
for it yet for the
second
Cardinals.
Number 11, Liam Suttles.
Here's Mr. Suttles again. Liam, part of that TC Robertson mega squad over there. He's got a ring of his own. He's part of the 2025 championship team. Took on a much bigger role in 2026. He's one of the top arms for Coach Philippek behind or with Holt Gaston, Cooper Friedholm, and Liam were three of the top arms for the Rams this year. Fouls one back in the netting. Again, good crowd out here tonight, spread out. Again, you got fans spread out from foul pole to foul pole. Good gathering behind home plate there. We see some Asheville, what's that new word for middle school?
No, I think intermediate is
Fifth and
different
sixth
than
grade.
middle. Yeah, they have a
Yeah.
couple intermediates in Buncombe County.
Of course
None
they
in
will.
Henderson now. No, they're talking about closing William Blaine Beam Intermediate School.
What they turn into? Baseball
Probably,
clubhouse.
yeah. They could turn it into like
Like a complex or something.
a community center or
Yeah,
something.
shell it out or something.
There's that one place up in I think Haywood that they turned some old building into a pickleball.
Runner goes here. Thompson slides. The ball's going to bounce out in the center field. Thompson takes a look, but will not move up as Rinkus is quick to it. Second stolen base for Braylon Thompson. Again, just an excellent leadoff hitter. Gets on base, steals bases. Love the sound of a train coming through town.
That's what Braylon looked like out there, man. Motoring through.
And Carolinapackngo, your stolen base sponsor tonight, helping you move from one base to the next. Ground ball to third. Henson looks back the runner, throws across. Beautiful defensive prowess out there by Henson. One of the finest infielders in Western North Carolina.
Catcher number 7, Roger Carver.
The Boone Carver the plate. PA announcer calling him by his birth name, Roger. Roger that.
Not Ty Aycock, as I mistook him for earlier.
It's okay. Sometimes
They've been going back and forth this week because we've seen all their games, and it's like Boone's catching one game, Ty's catching the other. Like
two best catchers in the 2026 class coming out of the mountains.
well, I like that because getting guys off days. No one's really tired in an 8-game week as we're playing game 8. Assuming they both called about 4 and 4.
Forces them to play some other positions too. Catchers run into that freshman year of college. They end up hitting a little bit. They need to sneak in the lineup. Third base, outfield. We saw Ty in left field the other night. Seen Boone play some first base in the past.
It's always good to play multiple positions.
It's a big part of the plan now for college recruiting and even pro baseball is drafting or signing players that can play 4, 5, 6 positions for you. Versatility.
Let's go, Boone. Fight.
It'd be nice to at least break the goose egg this inning. Have a little trouble here. Braylon Thomas caught in between. So Braylon Thompson tried to make it interesting for him. So Henson puts the tag on him, but not after having to dance a little bit. So it's going to be a fielder's choice for Boone Carver, and it'll be 6-5 on the putout of Thompson. Second time Thompson's been thrown out on the base pass tonight.
Well, a great play by
Designated hitter number 15, Alex Hanna.
That was a great play at shortstop there by Rollins, but again,
Yeah.
Preston Henson at third, sitting there waiting for the tag. That was funny. He's right next to the bag.
was a great play
Braylon's like, let me
because
do my little step back move.
2 outs with a runner on third, pass ball scores him while pitch, but 2 outs runner on first, your likelihood of scoring from there is non-existent.
And that's a hard play, too. The ball hit right at you at short. It's like you really got to time it the right way, but perfect hop for Rollins to spin and throw. Again, if Thompson wanted that, he's probably gone more right on contact.
Got our courtesy runner in for Mr. Carver.
So it's Maddox Wright running for catcher Boone Carver. So Alex Hanna struck out in the first inning. Last time these two faced off, Alex Hanna hit 2 home runs. And it was the Papas and Beer player of the game in that June 10th 10-5 win. What was the score of that?
8-7.
Oh yeah, it was really close. You're right, 8-7.
They almost came back.
That's right.
That being post 100.
I think I was thinking of the Shelby game the other day, 10-5.
Yeah, a little shorter in left field today. 320 down the line, 220 in right, 380 dead center under that beautiful flagpole of the Armed Forces.
That one's going to bang off the asphalt. Foul. Nice batting cage down there. Roofed, not entirely enclosed, but again, on a rainy day, you can be hitting down there. Get a look at all those flags out there in center field. We got the POW MIA flag. Obviously got America. Ground ball here by Henson. Ooh, tries to make the play on the short hop. But is foul either way. We'll do this one again.
Keep forgetting I've got a camera angle down that line I need to use, not the third base angle.
Then my next question, are all those flags the different military branches?
Yeah, see if you can guess which ones are which.
Well, I know the red one's the Marines.
Good job. Start narrowing them down, son.
Let's see. The one on the left. Red, white, blue. That Air Force?
Yeah. So
the one all the way on the left?
No.
No, the one in the blue. Just
Yeah.
all blue is Air Force.
Yep. Now, what's next?
Is the one all the way on the left Navy? No. Navy's got to be the third one. Hard one. Off the glove. Nice play. Flips to second. They're going to say safe. So it'll be an infield single for Alex Hanna. Wow. Almost a highlight reel play there by the shortstop Rollins. So again, off the glove of McGinnis. It would have been a 1-6-4 if it would have been the completion, but Maddox Wright safe at second, Alex Hanna at first. So 2 outs here threatening.
First baseman number 6, Grant.
So you've got
all right. So
Army.
the third one in Navy.
You want me to just read them?
Yeah.
You've got Army, Marines, Navy, Air Force, Space Force, Coast Guard.
Oh, Space Force is real. Forgot about that.
It is real.
I know.
You want to check me?
I think you're right.
I just want to see if he knows.
Space Force. How about that?
Army, no.
What's the first one?
Navy's dark blue.
I thought Navy was the third one in.
Navy's dark blue. Air Force is royal blue. Because isn't it in order? Well, 2 on count here. 2. What, the Space Force flag?
Buchanan takes ball 3. So how do you join Space Force? Is it the same thing as like getting recruited for the Marines or the Navy? You just go to like a recruitment?
I think nowadays
office?
it is, yeah.
Interesting.
Now that it's been.
There's a strike. And then what? Like, so you make Space Force, then what? They start training you for outer space combat?
You're not going. Like, you're an engineer who's shooting up satellites to make sure that stuff's going on nowadays. Now, I don't know, you ever seen the Space Force sitcom on Netflix?
So running on the 3-2 count is ball 4. Grant Buchanan 2 walks today.
Bases loaded, 2 outs
Starship
here.
Troopers.
Bases loaded, 2 out for third baseman number 1, Anthony Payne.
Anthony Payne.
Anthony Payne,
Not
Nova X
not
Kinetics.
the Nova X Kinetics founder, but Grayson Anthony Payne. So
McGinnis
still,
up over here to 61 pitches. My Lord.
McGinnis also been dancing around the walks. He is up to 3, 4, 5 walks in this game. Still no runs in. Again, Asheville finally recording their first hit here. The Alex Hanna single up the middle there. Again, almost erased by a nice defensive play by Rollins.
Great play. I wonder how that is playing middle infield with the lip with turf and grass.
A curveball just low.
You think that affects anything when you're coming out here and you're used to playing on grass? And you got that little lip of turf that you can visibly see, even through the net on camera.
Another ball low, so McGinnis nowhere to put this runners in a 3-1 count. What?
Playing on turf here with the turf grass lip, how do you think that? You think that affects them a little bit?
I wouldn't think so. I mean, unless you're line drive into right center field by Payne, that's going to get down. Runners were Alex Hanna falling down, has to scamper back into third base. Hopefully he's all right. So RBI single by Payne.
On the left.
So only one in on that. Maddox Wright scoring. Alex Hanna at third, Buchanan up to second. So Payne breaking the goose egg here for Asheville Post 75-1 now. Coach Bobby Dale Reynolds going to have a quick mound visit with McGinnis. And again, our mound visit sponsor is Cedar Springs Baptist Church, located down off Green River Road in Zirconia. And you can hop on their Facebook page to see what sort of community events they have going on. And as our mound visit sponsor, reminding you, just like Bobby Dale out there putting some faith in his pitcher, if you need some faith in your life, get on down to the church, Cedar Springs Baptist. And, I'm sure they have a couple congregations that meet on Sunday, maybe during the week. So check out the Facebook page, and they're hoping to see you down there. So Coach going to leave McGinnis in with a 5-1 lead here. Again, bases loaded. Alex Hanna at third base, Grant Buchanan at second, Grayson Payne at first. Jackson Warnock will be your batter. And Warnock, younger brother to Aiden Warnock. Aiden just committed to Presbyterian College after 2 years at Wake Tech.
Go Blue
As part
Hose.
of that Wake Tech World Series team that went out to Oklahoma this year. Enid, Oklahoma, I think. Now Jackson next in the Warnock lineage for baseball. Going to be going to Cleveland Community College next year after finishing up at Owen. Again, Owen hoped to have a stronger year this season. Did make the playoffs. Warnock takes one high here, 1-1. So a couple foul balls here, 1-2 count.
Good play by Zeke right there, catching that one off the net. Those $20 baseballs, man. Put the American Legion stamp on the ball is worth something.
I was up on the roof of the home team dugout earlier, putting that camera up, found a couple baseballs, tossed them down to Coach Reynolds. Maybe saved him a buck or two. Ground ball through that 5-5 hole. One runner in. Buchanan puts the brakes on. Throw comes home. Bases loaded. Still. So Hanna scores the second run. 1 for 2 day for Warnock now with the ribby. Bases remain loaded.
Center fielder number 3, Zeke Atwater.
Well, after the second out of the inning was recorded, a walk and 3 singles over the next 4 batters, not in that order, led to 2 RBIs here. So some Western North Carolina driving school RBIs. Again, the Cardinals showing you how to drive in runs, just like Western North Carolina driving school. Show your kids how to drive.
I think that McGinnis, his pitch count has reached his pitch mile per hour, and
72.
it's kind of concerning here in the top of the third.
That pitch count kind of snuck up on us, but I'm looking back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 walks will do that to you. The balls alone on that. It's 20 pitches.
I don't think many of those were 4-0 counts, though.
No. That's what I'm saying. But we don't have any records for this week's pitcher usage for Post 100 either, so we don't know how deep the bullpen is tonight.
That's something that we've been talking about that South Carolina American Legion website had was pitch usage, and that was publicly. I think they should do something about that here.
Big old bounders. He can run a little bit. Let's see if he can get there. Out. I think that's the right call. As sad as it may be, 8 runners come to the plate. There are 3 singles, 2 walks, 2 runs in. It's 5-2 now. Heading into the bottom third, it'll be Elliot Dellinger, Adam Rogers, and Becky Rinkus to the plate. Let's take a minute to thank our in-game sponsors. You've been hearing them throughout the day. Our extra base hit sponsor, BF Stepp Electrical Company, put a charge into one. Our sacrifice bunt sponsor, Blue Devils Athletic Boosters Clubs. Make a sacrifice, give to your local boosters. Our stolen base sponsor, Carolinapackngo, moving you from one base to the next. Our insurance run sponsor, Chad McMahon State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, Chad McMahon is there for Western North Carolina. Our big swing of the game sponsor, House of Power, built for serious athletes. Our Quality at Bat sponsor, Quality Home Consultants, protecting your home base. Our health and availability sponsor, Southeastern Physical Therapy, making sure you're good to go. And our RBI sponsor, knowing how to drive runs in Western North Carolina Driving School. And I also want to thank our Mound Visit sponsor, Cedar Springs Baptist. Our Mound Visit sponsor, Faith from the Mountaintop. And
They're not on there.
That is everybody. Let's tell you about our Southeastern Physical Therapy Health and Availability Report. We were starting to get into it earlier, but a few injuries here for the Asheville Cardinals. Missing Anderson Terrell, out with an injury, and also missing JoJo Brown. He'll be out for the year, fractured hand. Beyond that, I think everybody's health. Some of these pitchers aren't going to be able to go because they pitched this week. And then nothing to report from Cherryville for their injuries as well. And looking at the replay again, that was the right call.
Look at that, man.
Yeah, right call.
Good for Zeke to get down the
outplay.
line on that, though.
Yeah, so Adwater's out of first by about, what do you think, 4 inches, 3 inches there, if that.
The length of a glove.
So here's Dellinger. Dellinger walked and scored a run his first time up. Was part of that second inning, last inning. Cherryville batted around, sending all 9 to the plate, 5 runs in. Again, if you're listening at home and you got friends that would want to tune in and watch, send the link out to them. Again, we're trying to spread the news of our coverage. We're not marketing experts. We're doing our best. We still believe in word of mouth, very much like this Cherryville community, small town, working together within the community to make beautiful things happen. Again, we're trying to push the same mentality up in our mountain towns, building varsity and Legion programs in the area. Again, the only active Legion baseball post in West North Carolina is Asheville Post 70. In the past, Haywood County has had a post. I think any other history besides Hendersonville and Haywood County having posts that you remember? Jackson County. I know there's been some junior Legion programs out of like Burnsville, Yancey in the past.
Here's our Quality Home Consultants Quality at Bat here.
Pitch count 47 for Maven.
125 mile per hour. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a misread. So 3-2 delivery here from the lefty. Swing, in and out of the glove of Boone Carver. So almost the foul tip strikeout. And Southpaws, always a commodity in the college recruiting scene. Peyton Maven was a good one in high school, 2024 All-State selection. And I don't feel like his production went down at all in 25 or 26. He was all conference. I haven't checked the All-States for this year.
Leadoff walk brings up the right fielder, number 9, Adam Rogers.
So Dellinger, a leadoff walk. That's how the second inning started. Adam Rogers was a strikeout victim his first time up. Fouls this one back into the netting. So big old emblem right behind home plate on the turf is that Cedar Lake Farms. You know much about Cedar Lake Farms?
They must grow cattle.
It's something. Be able to front the sponsorship to put that logo on there. It's a big old moo cow. It's a pitch from Maven. So ball up. 1-1 count. So Maven again going to USC Union, University of South Carolina Union next year. Some good Western North Carolina players to go that route in the past, including Trent Turner and Braden Korn, who went on to have great careers at Western. Trent finishing up his 5th year at Western, hoping to see his name called in July. And last year, Braden did have his name called in July. That is a hit by pitch to Rogers. So Rogers heading on down to first base. He's a Mars Hill commit, playing outfield this evening.
Number 14, Beckett Rinkus.
So 2 on, nobody out. Beckett Rinkus had a single in the second inning. He scored a run. Rinkus part of that North Lincoln Knights state championship team. His hands are getting heavy as he's got 2 rings now. Rinkus only a 27 grad, so going to be making a bid for a 3rd ring next year. And I think North Lincoln's got a good chance at it. They got a bit of a dynasty going on down there. We've talked a little bit about like the drama of transfers. Sometimes kids switching schools. We see it up here in the mountains. But man, when we went down to Lincoln County and started asking questions and talking to folks, apparently the transfer culture in that area, Lincoln Gaston, is pretty absurd as well. You know, a lot of private schools, charter schools down there. So again, I'm all for the strict stay in your region rules. Forcing having people try to force their communities to build good baseball programs, especially through the boosters. Camera 4. Battery.
It like the battery died, so it wasn't on.
Climbing.
Gotta press it. Oh, just wait.
So 2-1. 2 on. Nobody out. Ground ball. Snagged. Kind of snagged by Coach Bobby Dell. We'll throw it back to the pitcher. 2-2 delivery now. It's a big pitch coming here from Maven. Need a ground ball out, a strikeout, something to try to get some control over the inning here. Ball bounced foul. Ran down by Grayson Payne, but out of play. So do it again. 2-2 count. Again, same field that the Cherryville Ironmen play on. Cherryville High School made a good run this year, made it all the way to the state championship. Actually won the first game of the championship series with a no-hitter. I believe it was thrown by Brock Baumgartner. But then lost the following 2 games to lose the 3-game series. Remember who Cherryville played in that championship?
Not off the top of my head.
Maven looking to put a runner away. That ball is laser beam foul off of the elementary school. Intermediate school, sorry. And Cherryville High School plays in the 2A. Finished, I believe, in third place in the Southern Piedmont Conference. Sorry, Southern Piedmont Conference. Finished behind. Fly ball to right field. That's Braylon Thompson out there to haul it back in. Dellinger going to tag up and advance to third base. Rogers remains at first. Now a first and third situation here for post 100. I'll bring Preston Henson. Again, Henson, a delight to watch in the field. Made a beautiful play, many beautiful plays in the East Rutherford games that we've covered in the past, including that one where it was the next level baseball play of the game when made that snag on the bounder behind third base. They runner around in third, thought it made its way into the outfield. He didn't hesitate. Henson didn't, and sprinted to third base to make the out. Again, you got to go see it to believe it or understand, I guess, what I'm saying. But Henson, just a very smart, high baseball IQ baseball player, and he is heading to Brunswick Community College next year on the East Coast. Again, we'll see what Coach Reynolds has on here. Could be squeeze territory, could be safety squeeze, contact play, first and third. Getting a pickoff, getting a pickle, try to make things happen. Foul ball here. So Henson behind 0-1. And these are the moments where we have smart players like Henson. You can play a little chess. You know, so you can see that Coach Decker and staff over here, they're in their heads trying to think what they should be prepared for. Pitch from Maven. There's the bunt. It is another beauty, and it is the same result as last time. Second bunt base hit. This one results in an RBI. Dellinger scores his second run of the game. And Henson now 2 for 2 with 2 bunt singles and an RBI. So all that offensive production, and he's maybe only hit the ball about a combined 80 feet today, maybe. So it doesn't get any prettier than that, especially when we got the turf helping you with the perfect rolls. Henson versus Henson there, so it's an E and an I difference, I think. 6-2 now. Cherryville tacking on an insurance run. Well, maybe not. Again, we don't start our insurance runs till the middle of the fourth. Line drive into left field, and that's a base hit. Everybody only move up one station, so Dalton 2 for 2. His second single of the game. So Rogers at third, Henson at second, Dalton at first base. Keenan Fowler now the batter. Fowler already has an RBI single and a run scored to his name. So a little bit different results for Maven than what we saw on Monday. 14-0 shutout of Hickory. Instead, we find ourselves in a 6-2 deficit here in Cherryville.
Bases loaded, one away, brings up the left fielder, number 4, Keenan Fowler.
Lights on here at the stadium. Sun on the edge of the horizon there. We're at about 8:12 on the clock. Ball low here to Fowler. It's turned into a nice evening after the troubled weather the last couple of days. It's moved through western North Carolina. It's 82 degrees at the moment. And tomorrow, a high of 92 down here in Cherryville. No rain in the forecast for the rest of the night. We'll have ourselves another Cedar Springs Baptist Mound visit again. Coach Haycock's going to go talk to his pitcher up on the mount. See if he can put some faith in him. And again, if you need some faith in your life, head on over to Cedar Springs Baptist Church. Again, it is Sunday. So, speaking of Sundays, again, Sundays a lot of times is a dry day, right? You may have seen my X account this past day. I made some commentary on a new fact that I just learned, but I did not realize that places like Lake Point, a lot of these big travel complexes, that they're serving alcoholic beverages at travel tournaments. Again, these are 10, 12, 13U tournaments as well, and blew my mind, right? So I feel like maybe whoever runs the travel showcase organization that needs to find a little faith in their life, head on down to Cedar Springs Baptist, think about some of those marketing decisions to sell alcohol at youth games. What is going on? So it's pretty pumped to see Jeff Fry, the Fry Daddy, comment on it and give me 100 per today. I was like, yeah, baseball famous. Again, the older I get, the more old school I feel I'm becoming when it comes to enjoying this game. What was I telling Jackie last night? We were talking about Savannah Bananas, and it's like, oh, yeah, Savannah Bananas, look, I can do a backflip. I'm like, hey, how about you take a good secondary lead? Can we just play some baseball here? Ball in the gap. Looks like Adwaters. Nope, it's going to be Warnock that makes the call. Runner's tag. Throw is going to be coming into third base, cut off by Pavone. That'll be a sac fly. RBI by Fowler. His second RBI out of the 9-hole. Scores Rogers. Nobody moved up beyond that, though. Henson and Dalton remain at second and first, respectively. And here comes Coach Decker for another mound visit. I think we might have ourselves a pitching change, so I'll be back with some totals on Maven. I'm going to hand it off to Hunter for a minute as I go check camera 4.
Yeah, we appreciate Cedar Springs for being our mound visit sponsor. Located down in Zirconia, where I'm at. Little updates around Area 4. Shelby, Post 82, 4. Hickory, Post 48, 2. That's the bottom of the 5th. The Gaston Braves, Post 144/266, 6. Burke County, Post 21, 0. That's top of the 5th. That's at Burke, and Shelby's hosting Hickory. So, a couple of close games going on, proximity-wise, not score-wise.
The pitchers are Asheville Post 70. Coming in from the bullpen to take over mound duty, number 21, Tristan Sumner.
Tristan Sumner in for the Post 70 Cardinals. Typically closer, having to come in and make a long close today, try to keep Cherryville from scoring and hope the Bats wake up a little bit. Long week for Post 70, wondering about their pitching depth and how that looks going into these final last 2 games. They played 8 games in 7 days and 10 games in 11 days.
Yeah, might have been the battery. I don't know. Battery was off, but that might have just been because the phone was dying. I'm not sure. We'll have to keep an eye on that one. Oh, boy. I missed anything fun?
Nothing fun right now for Post 70, unfortunately. But that's what happens when you play 8 games in 7 days.
Got to find your pitching. That's what really drove. I mean, again, Caden Davison had the boomstick all last year. Micah hits. Holt was hitting. Had a lot of hitters last year, but it was the pitching that really drove this team. And this team here, this current 26 team, has deep pitching, but again, they played 8. This is the 8th game they played this week. So, all right. So if my math is right, want to say only the one error. There's only one unearned run, so I think we are at 7 runs, 6 earned runs, hits. They got 7 recorded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 7 hits. He walked 1, 2, 3. 3 walks. So final line for Maven: 2 2/3, 7 runs, 6 earned, 7 hits, 3 walks, and he also collected 2 Ks. So right now he's on the hook for the loss if these Cardinals cannot take flight offensively and start a comeback. So 2 outs here in the third. Nate Rollins up. Nate 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Nice spot there. So new pitcher, Tristan Sumner. So Sumner, East Henderson graduate. Graduated this year, part of the 26 class, committed to Florence Darlington Tech. Very solid junior college program down there in South Carolina, part of the D1 Region 10. Sumner, a sidearm slinger. Been able to pump that fastball up to 90-91 in the past. Sits about 88. Getting a lot of horizontal movement on his pitches. Swing and a pop-up into center field, right center field. Adwaters gives chase. 1 up and 1 down. Well, not 1 up and 1 down. Just for Sumner, I should say. So, fly ball ends it. A lot of ball game left here. Heading into the top of the 4th, it'll be Jackson Pavone and back at the top, and Braylon Thompson and Liam Suttles. So, moving along. About an hour and 20 minutes into this game.
Sunday, August 9th. This will be the last
Say,
stop on the way to the American Legion World Series in Shelby for
Camera 4 again.
Passes can be purchased in advance, and they are available tonight.
All right.
Passes are
Well,
$30,
go ahead and give them a
which is
couple
really
reads,
good
and
deal for
you
this
want to do
tournament.
that one?
That
Go
gets
fix
you
it.
in out of both sides.
You want to do that?
each day.
I'll do this
Some
one.
games will be played in.
All right, before I go fix camera 4, let's give you your 4th inning sponsor. And again, the 4th inning is where Owen Joseph and Baseball University of the Blue Ridge celebrate a local veteran. We do this every broadcast, and we need more nominations. So again, if you have some local vets in the neighborhood that you want to celebrate, or local active servicemen or women, please reach out to me at ryan@baseballu.org or give me a call at 828-458-1794 to nominate a local vet for the Owen Joseph Hero of the Game. And this week's Hero of the Game is a good friend of ours from back in Edneyville, Fred Lida. Again, Fred Lida, a native to Edneyville, is part of the U.S. Navy, 22 years active duty, at 250.
Approximately 50.
Are we sure Fred did all that?
22 years active.
Okay.
A province, yeah.
I'll say I thought he was Army. Okay, might have that mixed up. We'll see. I didn't know if he did active duty stuff like that,
Yeah.
but he might have. But maybe 250 combat hours over Iraq. I'll have to get with him on that one. But Fred, good friend of ours from Apple Valley, taught with him for years, science teacher, and he's actually coming over to do some homeschool lessons with our homeschool group this week. So again, Fred, very active football coach for Apple Valley, was Edneyville graduate, and again, 22 years active service. They say 50 combat missions, and I think we got all that right.
That's what I got from last year. So.
Okay, I'll double check with him. I know he flew in planes for sure. He was definitely in planes. He was the guy that sat in the back, right? There's the pilot, and then what's the guy in the back do? He ain't there for a ride. He's probably doing all the specs and all this stuff.
Things like calculations and whatnot, which would make sense.
I think he graduated from Auburn University.
He's a big Auburn fan, big Auburn grad.
All right. So should I wait or go change the camera?
Up to you, son.
Boy. I know it's a battery issue. I think I'm going to wait till the end of the inning. So Pavone grounded out the shortstop to finish off the second inning. Leads off the fourth here. Again, Jackson's grandfather, John, was our hero of the game a couple of games ago, and he's in attendance today. And a lot of veterans in our neighborhood that need to be celebrated.
Yeah, guys, send us a veteran.
Yeah, if you're listening in the chat and you're like, man, you know what, my neighbor Bill, or like my uncle Sam, or we got plenty of service women too, But if there's somebody that you want to recognize, tell us a little bit about their history and their service. We have 2 more broadcasts left. Tuesday, we're at Gaston, and Thursday, we're at home versus Caldwell. Again, it doesn't have to be area specific, just a Western North Carolina person, foothills or mountains. Again, a bet to celebrate. Fly ball into right field. Say Rogers out there and right with a beat on that. So 1 out.
Top of the card for Asheville right fielder, number 2, Braylon Thompson.
So Braylon Thompson has the elusive 0 for 0 batting line, 2 walks, 2 stolen bases as well, and been thrown out on the base path twice tonight.
It's tough.
I wouldn't say it was necessarily bad base running. The first one was the bounder that McGinnis, the pitcher, leapt up and caught. Kind of caught him in between. And then there's the play, the ground ball hit right at him. He made the move towards third. Rollins, the shortstop, spun and threw to Henson. They need his on-base prowess, but they need him to stay on base here to get a few more runs. So McGinnis still out there. He's at 85 pitches. And McGinnis heading down to the beach. Going to join Micah Simpson at UNC Wilmington next year.
I thought you were saying he's headed to the beach after this. I was like, no, he's not. He's got 2 games this week. 3 games this week, actually. Maybe 4.
Ball 4. Barry Bonds out there, 0 for 0 with 3 walks is Braylon Thompson. Billy Bean getting spidey senses right now. He doesn't know why, right? Well, there's going to be a pitching change. It's a good time for me to go fix camera 4 again. Again, pitching mound visits brought to you by Cedar Springs.
We appreciate Cedar Springs Baptist Church down in Zirconia, 4196 Green River Road, being our mound visit sponsor. And I don't think that Coach Reynolds lacks faith in his pitcher right now. I think it's due to the fact he's thrown 87 pitches. And it's time to bring in the reliever. So coming in is Mr. Nate Rollins, second year at Post 100 from Lincoln Charter. Class 25 currently playing Francis Marion University in South Carolina.
New pitcher for Post 100, taking over the mound duties. Moving in from shortstop, number 8, Nate Rollins.
As for those Area 4 scores, Shelby's still at 4-2. That's in top of the 6th with a couple outs. So Shelby looking to grab a much-needed win to stay afloat the top with Cherryville. The Braves have a runner on with no outs, still up 6-0 over Burke County. That's also top of the 6th. So we're a little behind here compared to those 2 scores, but a lot of walks in this game. Mr. McGinnis is keeping us that way. A lot of runs scored by Cherryville, Post 100, keeping us that way too. 7 runs, 7 hits, compared to the 2 runs on 3 hits for Post 70. Looks like Mr. Rollins is ready. Looks like Coach Raby's headed down third base dugout. And
Second
up now,
11, Liam Suttles.
Mr. Suttles. Liam Suttles, T.C. Robertson, ball player. Batting in the top of the fourth with one out and a runner on. Takes strike one from Mr. Rollins. Even to 1-1 on the, well, that wasn't 42 miles per hour. That must have been the throwback from the catcher.
Blow in the cartridge.
Little Nintendo action.
Yep. Blew in the cartridge.
Well, he gave you that shot there, guys. So, Mr.
Right.
Rollins pitching for.
So McGinnis goes, was that 3 1/3 innings? Let's go ahead and runner goes here. Thompson, third stolen base, sneaks his hand in there. So what a day for Thompson. 0 for 0 with 3 walks and 3 stolen bases.
It's a lot of stolen bases in the last 2 weeks for Braylon.
So Thompson going to move up on that ball for pass ball. Suttles draws the walk. Sorry, I've been calculating McGinnis's line here. And I think we're ready. 3 1/3, 3 hits, 2 runs, 6 walks, 3 Ks. Does a pitcher need to go 4 innings to register a win?
In a 7-inning game?
I would think so.
I think so.
So maybe the new pitcher here, Nate Rollins.
It depends how you view that.
So McGinnis and Rollins, was that a straight? Oh, line drive single down the left field line by Boone Carver. So there's a sonic boom for you. Suttle's trying to sneak into third. Safe. Man, I don't know if Henson knew he had a tag play there. He's doing a little. He's doing some trickery over there. The old hidden ball trick Henson is. So thought he might have had a tag play on Suttles there, but Suttles able to move up on the. I guess we're going to call that a double here for Boone Carver. Sonic Boone. So Braylon Thompson scores the 3rd run of the game for the Cardinals. It's an RBI double. Suttles now at third base. Alex Hanna up for a 3rd time. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. He actually had the first hit of the game for the Cardinals in the 3rd inning. Here's the pitch from Rollins. Curveball, strike 1. Yeah, I think if I got that right, I think Rollins and McGinnis was a straight switch at shortstop.
What it appears to be.
Yeah, I think we got a game changer tonight. We can always check that, but I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure we're right. Yeah, Nate Rollins going to Francis Marion University next year after his first year at Bluefield State. So rising sophomore. So Alex Hanna takes strike 2, 1-2 now. Grant Buchanan on deck. He also is 0 for 0 with 2 walks. So a lot of walks in this game. Here's a bounder. That'll get a run in. So Dalton throws over to first. RBI ground out. 4-3. So Suttles scores the 4th run for Asheville. Courtesy runner Maddox right over to third base.
First baseman number 6, Grant Buchanan.
So Grant Buchanan, 2 walks on the day.
Good 2-strike hitting from Alex there.
Hey, he's got to get a job done. Stay in the middle of the field. He'll pick off the top of third. It's going to scoot away. Not quite far enough for Maddox Wright to advance there. That would almost squeaked into the opening there between the shed and the dugout railing. then they wouldn't have it. I mean, that would have been a run either way, out of bounds, out of play. Ball in the dirt, little backhand pick there by Dellinger. So 7-4 now our score. 7 runs, 7 hits for Post 100, 4-4 for Asheville. Sends the ball bouncing over the street.
Yes, sir.
So a little excuse me check swing by Buchanan, no appeal, so it'll be ball 2. And Grant Buchanan, recent graduate of Brevard High School, heading to Brevard College next year. Another good take on the edge.
These Blue Devils are taking some pitches.
Will Lindsay has them trained up well. Good batter's eyes coming out of Transylvania County. Again, Buchanan and Braylon Thompson, the Brevard reps. There's a curveball. They're going to say, yes, sir, a strike, so full count. Again, 2 outs. Maddox right. 90 feet away, probably less with his primary and secondary leads. Line drive out the middle by Buchanan. That's going to chop another run off of this lead, 7-5. So Maddox right trots in. RBI single for Buchanan, who stays hot. So Buchanan, last night's player of the game, Papas and Beer player of the game. He was 3 for 4.
Third baseman number 1, Anthony Payne.
So Grayson Payne to the plate. Grayson 1 for 1 with a walk and an RBI single. Take a strike 1 here. Payne at third base tonight. Can play a few positions for you. 1-1 count. So game getting a lot closer now after falling behind 5-0. And then 7-2. Now we are at 7-5. Still threatening here, 2 outs. Payne and a 2-1 count. Even up 2-2. Jackson Warnock also had an RBI single, is on deck. 7 batters to the plate so far here in the 4th inning. Another line drive. This one might split the gaps a bit. It will not, as Fowler able to cut it off. So Buchanan only able to advance 1 base. But second hit of the night for Grayson Payne. Now Jackson Warnock up for a 3rd time. Again, a fielder's choice and a RBI single in the game so far.
Left fielder number 19, Jackson Warnock.
Warnock in left field this evening. Can line up in all 3 outfield positions. He's got speed. He's a sub-7 runner. Good athleticism. Going the JUCO route, playing at Cleveland Community College next year. So again, Rollins came into this game after McGinnis started the 4th. He recorded a fly ball out and then a walk. And the change was made. A walk, a double, a ground out, an RBI ground out, I should say, and then 2 singles. So 4 of the 5 base runners that Rollins has faced have reached base. It's 0-2 on Warnock, though. Hard butt right into the glove of the second baseman Dalton, who flips to McGinnis. It's 4-6 on the fielder's choice put out. So 8 to the plate. 3 hits, 2 walks, 3 runs in. Score sits at 7-5. Heading into the bottom of the 4th inning. Cherryville will send Casey McGinnis, Tucker Sigmund, and Elliot Dellinger to the plate. Hey, if you're enjoying the coverage and you've been following us through the high school seasons and the last couple Legion seasons, if you want to support the best coverage and content of Western North Carolina, then please consider joining our Patreon. Again, patreon.com/BBUniversityWNC. A lot to find. We're going to be putting our guide to American Legion Area 4 up on the Patreon here in the next day or two. Lots of great things that are up there just for our members, such as power rankings, player of the week's podcasts, conference previews, trying to give a little extra to our members. And again, memberships start at only $1 for that access. We do have $5, $10, $20, $50, and $100 a month memberships. Again, we ask that you give what you can. If you give some of the 5, 10, and higher, there's merchandise that we will award you. And then those that are part of the $50 and $100 membership groups. Again, we don't have any $100 members yet. That's our Grand Slam membership. We have a couple of home run memberships. Half of the Grand Slam and home run memberships go into building our scholarship fund. We were able to raise $1,200 this year, turned it into 2 $600 scholarships. Again, one for Braden Davis, AC Reynolds, and the second one we'll be announcing here soon. We were going to announce it last night. We're going to play in the game yesterday. It's a Rutherford County native, but he was sick and unable to attend, so we got to get with him sometime soon to give him a scholarship. So we'll announce his name here in the next couple days. But wouldn't have been able to build that fund without our Patreon members. So first batter of the inning is going to be Casey McGinnis. Again, he was your starting pitcher tonight. Now it's shortstop. McGinnis is 1 for 2 with an RBI single. He's hit the ball hard both times up. Dropping my mic here. So Tristan Sumner back out for another inning of work. Sumner faced one batter and recorded 1 out in the third inning. Evens up the count here, 2-2. And McGinnis going to be playing for Division I UNCW Wilmington. Backside line drive is going to slice foul. Well, what's going on in the World Cup? You been following that at all?
We're at knockout stage now.
So what is it, pool play to start?
Group stages. Yeah.
Any surprising advancements so far?
I'll be honest, I don't know who has advanced besides Mexico, Canada, and United States.
U.S. advanced. Is that the first time in a long time?
Nah.
Really? I feel like they're always pretty bad.
Well, they make it through the group stage, I feel like.
So we'll pop out to Grayson Payne. Starts the action here in the fourth. Bottom of the fourth.
First baseman, number 20, Tucker Sigmund.
Tucker Sigmund to the plate. Tucker going to be playing at Catawba Valley next year for Coach McDonald. Oh, excuse me, check swing results in a foul ball. Sigmund 0 for 2 at the moment. K and a fly out. Sumner again, tall, lanky, sidearm slinger.
Well, Canada won today, so Canada's the first team in the round of 16.
It's cold football up there. Football.
They beat South Africa 1-0. Few games tomorrow. Let's see what America plays.
Sumner's older brother, Aiden Sumner, just finished up at Wake Tech. So important arm on that World Series team. I know he's trying to narrow down his options for his transfer to a 4-year. Swing, fly ball. It's got a little bit of depth to it. Nice track by Braylon Thompson. Made it look easy. And that's the football player in him, being able to run hard with his eyes steady.
That's very good to know where the fence is because that corrugated fence is just back and back and back and back until you get to the scoreboard, where it's probably, what, 375 out there? Get some StatCast stats on how far he traveled on that. You know, tracking.
Right.
Little
yeah.
track man.
I was gonna say.
Think Cherryville has track man?
No. Nice little pickup there by Pavone. Throws across. Another good gold glove play by the shortstop, Pavone. We've seen that a little bit this week. Some flashy leather. So the first 1, 2, 3 inning we've seen since the first inning. Score stays 7-5, and hopefully that creates the momentum these Cardinals need to take flight here in the top of the fifth. They're going to have Zeke Atwaters, Jackson Pavone, who just made that nice play, and Raylan Thompson, who also made a nice defensive play in that inning, all coming to the plate. You hear the energy picking up a little bit in that Asheville dugout.
Have all directly paid a significant amount of money directly towards these renovations.
That's going to be Nate Rollins coming out for his second inning of work. Well, he's getting ready. Let's tell you about our fifth inning sponsor, Atlantic Bay Mortgage. Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group and Jennifer Duvall are proud sponsors of American Legion Post 70 and the American Legion Streaming Series broadcast. You want a mortgage lender that knows how to win? Atlantic Bay hits a grand slam with a smooth loan process, products for your unique needs, and outstanding service that treats you like an MVP long after the closing table. If you have a new home or refinance is in your game plan, give Atlantic Bay and Jennifer Duvall a call today. Thank you to Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group for sponsoring our fifth inning. Ooh, all right, so game's getting a little bit closer. And it is must-win territory for Asheville if they hope to make a run at a second straight Area 4 title. Again, Shelby playing tonight, Gaston playing tonight, Burke playing tonight, so we're going to have some scores for you here in a minute.
Well, Shelby up on Hickory kind of big now, 7-2. In the bottom of the sixth, threatening with 2 on, 2 out. So Shelby will move a half game out after their win. And woo, the Gaston Braves are piling it on, 13-0, top of the sixth against Burke. 2 on, 1 out, both in scoring position. So that game will be over at the end of the sixth unless Spurs can muster up some tying runs.
Yeah, Burke, a little bit of hit or miss this year. They got some talent. I think it's the strongest Burke team I've seen in a while. But, you know, we see that a lot in mountain baseball. A strong team can drop the ball sometimes, and you'll see them drop a 10-0 game like that. So, inconsistency, right? And all these teams trying to clean it up before playoffs start. I believe July 5th is the first game of the first round. First pitch Zeke Atwater sees is ripped in the center field for a single. So Zeke now 1 for 3. Jackson Pavone to the plate, 0 for 2 at the moment. Pavone, a good bunter. Not a bad time to bust out some small ball. Again, I think we've only seen one extra base hit in this game, the Boone Carver double. So that's your lone BF Stepp Electrical extra base hit. Foul tip here into the catcher.
I think bunted through it and
it
hit him in the chest protector.
So Mr. Umpire walking that ball out to Rollins to give the catcher Dellinger a minute to recoup. So again, Boone Carver, the only BF Stepp extra base hit this evening. Lots of singles on both sides of the ball, but only one double. That ball gets away. So it's going to be a E1, and man, Zeke might stay on his horse here. He turns. He's going to third. Here comes the throw. It will be cut off. So a 2-base error. The E1 on the pick allows Atwaters to advance all the way to third base. So that ball got lost down there in that right field corner. It took a while for Rogers and Sigmund to run it down. So I think the bunt is probably off unless they got something in mind as far as trickery goes, maybe a squeeze play. Swing and a foul back, so quickly behind 0-2. Much like we saw earlier in the game with Alex Hanna, it doesn't take much when you have 2 strikes. Just try to push the ball to the center of the field. You know, second baseman, the shortstop, just like that. This one finds some daylight. Little Tony Gwynn in them, 5-5 hole. An RBI for Pavone. 7-6 now. We're creeping towards that game 1 score. 8-7. So another nail biter here, another 1-run ball game here. Preston Henson up on the green of the turf, trying to take away the bunt. That ball is going to get past Dellinger. Wild pitch or pass ball? Sorry, pass. You think
Wild
so?
pitch.
Okay. Let me hit the glove. So we'll say wild pitch. Fair enough. So 7-6 here, tying run at second base in Jackson Pavone. Braylon Thompson 0 for 0. 3 walks, 3 stolen bases, and a run scored. Doing what leadoff hitters do. Getting on base, stealing bases. So OBP and speed. So Coach Carone and staff probably really excited to add him to the roster next year at Brevard College. Fights one off, hits off the catcher and bounces back out towards the pitcher. So 1-2 count. Says the furthest Braylon's been behind in the count tonight.
Let's go, baby.
And again, Pavone at second base, less than 2 outs. If you're Thompson, you're just trying to roll one over here. Ground ball to the second baseman or first baseman gets a job done here, and maybe you find some daylight. Should be trying to hook one here. Takes the ball here, even up 2-2. Say outfield shallow, and they know that Braylon more of a line drive flare hitter. Swing and a miss. A rare strikeout for Braylon Thompson. Bring Liam Suttles to the plate. Suttles is 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Still only 1 out here. Asheville threatening.
Second baseman number 11, Liam Suttles.
Suttles made some fine defensive plays today already. Now they're asking for him to find some barrel here with another runner in scoring position. And Asheville looking to strike here in the 5th inning. 1 run in already on the Pavone RBI single. Quickly ahead is Rollins. Rollins delivers. Swing, fly ball, right center field, tracked down out there by Rinkus. Throw comes in, cut off by the shortstop. No advancement by Pavone. Now with 2 outs, Boone Carver to the plate. Boone had the RBI double in the 4th. 1 for 3. Did reach on a fielder's choice. His courtesy runner, Maddox Wright, has scored 2 runs in his place. Big at bat here for Carver. Trying to find that gap out there, find some green, find some real estate.
Some grass, not some turf.
And we got ourselves another Cedar Spring Baptist mound visit. So again, Coach Bobby Dale Reynolds out to talk to his relief pitcher, Nate Rollins, trying to put some faith in him. If you need some faith in your life, you can head down to Cedar Springs Baptist Church. Again, it was Sunday. I'm sure they had a packed house today. So again, appreciate Cedar Springs Baptist being our mound visit sponsor. Coach Bobby Dale Reynolds leaves the mound and breaks up the gathering on the mound. Looks like we got ourselves a final out of Shelby. Shelby 7, Hickory 2. Looks like Luke Rayfield hit 2 home runs in that game. Big game for Luke Rayfield, 2028 grad out of Shelby. So Shelby stays hot. They stay pace with Cherryville. I bet you a lot of those Shelby folks maybe hopping on the broadcast now to check out the action in this game. Say a Cherryville loss would bring Shelby within 1 game. Actually, no, bring them within 1 game or actually tie them half a game. So they're down a game and a half coming into the day. So a Cherryville loss and a Shelby win, which already happened. So I guess right now, technically, they're 1 game back. Right? So if Cherryville loses, it'll be a half game, having gotten that win.
they'd be tied if Cherryville loses. They're a half game back now.
Oh, they're a half game back now. So Shelby probably watching this game very intently. If Asheville can pull the upset, Shelby will be tied with Cherryville, and then Asheville only 1 game back.
They'd be at 1.5 back. They're 2 back right
so they
now.
need a little help this week. And if Cherryville and Shelby are tied going into the final week, a split doesn't even do much either. Back pick here. Safe at second base. Oof. Well, Pavone barely sneaking back in. Be honest, from our look, our take, I think Hunter agrees with me here. We thought they had him. Can't be giving up too much on the base pass here. Again, looking for the base hit. Ball 4 to Boone Carver extends the inning. So first and second now, Alex Hanna coming to the plate. Alex Hanna 1 for 3 with an RBI ground out and a run scored. Maddox Wright back into the game to run for Boone Carver, the catcher. Again, Pavone out there in second. Nearly picked off by Dellinger, the catcher, throwing behind him on the back pick. Alex Hanna, 2025 grad at North Henderson. Just finished up his freshman year at Rockingham. Dealt with some injuries, had slap tear, so he's relegated to DH duties here this summer as he rehabs before heading back to Rockingham County. So 1-1 count now. Again, Rollins came in with 1 out in the 4th. Allowed 2 runs of his own. Looks a lot sharper in this inning, even though they have plated 1 run against him here. So 1-2 delivery coming to Alex Hanna. The old inside move here to force the runners back, but no action. See some action in the dugout, or excuse me, the action in the bullpen down there. I think that's Carson Cloniger warming up. Pop, foul. Alex Hanna stays alive here. Do that 1-2 count again. And Grant Buchanan on deck. Grant 1 for 1 for Ribby, 2 walks. It's been the hot bat. So if Alex Hanna can extend it, so we got some hot bats and Grant Buchanan, Grayson Payne coming up. Another fight here. 1-2 pitch coming again. How many baseballs do you think are up on the roof of that intermediate school? Oh, that's what we got. A fan back here telling us they've never seen. Here's a soft liner, but it's going to stay in the infield, in the glove of Dalton for out number 3. So 2 hits in the inning, a walk, 1 run in, 1 error. Score is 7-6, so unable to tie the game. They still got some ball game left. 5th inning. But yeah, a fan behind us was saying that in all the years they've been here and all the balls they've seen go on top of the intermediate school, they've never seen anybody go up on top of the school to get the ball. So it may be a ball pit up there for all we know. Hey, we're encouraging you guys to stay connected on social media with Baseball University of the Blue Ridge. Like and subscribe on YouTube. You're there looking at it, so if you ain't subscribed to it, hit that subscribe button and you'll never miss a broadcast. Like us on Facebook. I feel like Facebook's good for the neighborhood, gets the word out. Follow us on X. I think X is good for the college recruiting stuff. I don't think you kids need to pay for any college recruiting websites. I think X is all you need. And you got Instagram. So again, you can follow us at BB University WNC. That's our handle at all those social media sites. And we also have a website, baseballu.org, if you want to hop over and check that out. And we already spoke on our Patreon earlier. Love to see some more Patreon members. Appreciate all those philanthropic folks out there trying to support what we do, finding other ways to make revenue to help these kids in their college recruiting efforts without taking money out of their pockets. Heading into the bottom of the 5th, it's going to be Adam Rogers, Beckett Rinkus, and Preston Henson to the plate.
Leading off the post 100 right field.
Well, we got a Caldwell Gastonia update from the Caldwell Facebook page. The 29ers 8, Gastonia Post 23-0, top of the 6th.
Would that say Nate Hall coming in the pitch? Yeah. Say Nate Hall, friend of the broadcast. We've seen him up at South Caldwell a good bit. Surrey commit, part of that state runner-up team with Coach Parham and crew. And we'll be seeing Caldwell on our final regular season broadcast on Thursday. Swing and a miss. Tristan Sumner's been strong since coming into the game with 1 out in the 3rd. I believe he's faced the minimum. Yep, got the 1 out in the 3rd. 1-2-3 inning in the 4th. Foul tip. Out of the club though. 1-2.
Us.
He's TC Robertson. Yeah, he's at Gaston, then he was committed to Wake Forest, but then he just decommitted from Wake Forest. Sorry, I had a couple people asking questions behind us here. So Sumner here, 2-2.
Legion baseball, baby. Nothing better.
Breaking the 4th wall. Foul tip here, do it again.
It's a Quality Home Consultants quality at bat right here, I think.
Quality
One
Home
more?
Consultants.
More?
Well,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, this is 7.
Yeah, seeing pitches. Again, you build that pitch count up. That's a quality AB.
Final.
So final, Gaston 15, Burke County 0. Put it in the books.
F6.
8 wins for Gaston now in Area 4.
8 and 7 right now, so F6 there.
And they're fighting for a top 4 seed, and they're not going to get the number 1 seed. Swing and a miss. Sumner. Some nasty stuff there. Strike 3 to Rogers. Beckett Rinkus to the plate now. Beckett working on a 1-for-2 evening. He scored a run in the 2nd. And Rinkus, a 27 grad out of North Lincoln. So 2 rings for the young man already. He'll be vying for a 3rd one next year. Outfielder that's been a very important part of Coach Goss' staff there at North Lincoln. And fresh off of a state games appearance, which is pretty tough when you're a Lincoln, Gaston, Cleveland kid, because you're part of Region 6, which is heavy on the Charlotte area. So a lot of our Foothills guys that are in Region 6 don't even try out half the time because they just feel like they can't compete with the competition and connections that those Charlotte folks have. But a couple, I think it was Beckett and Grayson Evans that made it out of North Lincoln. Zeke Atwaters underneath it out there in center field. He got caught up in the lights for a minute, but snags it for out number 2. I'll bring Preston Henson to the plate. Preston working on a perfect 2-for-2 day, has an RBI, and he hasn't even hit the ball more than probably 30 or 40 feet in front of him because he's laid down 2 beautiful bunts. So Preston Henson is his 3rd year on the Senior Legion team and a Brunswick Community College Dolphin next year.
Interesting mascot.
Yeah, they're on the beach. Makes sense. The fierce Dolphins, right? What a
Dolphin will kill you, man.
what a magnificent. Well, I'll say magnificent man. Was a magnificent swing. That ball is way back, off the wall. Henson around second. He never stopped. That's going to be an easy triple for the young man. So how about that? You can put down 2 bunts, helping your team out, and then you can load up and launch a triple off the wall. So Henson, 3 for 3.
Baseman number 1, Alan Dalton.
Lots of small ball. And then the loud triple. So again, off the wall in the air. It's 380 out there. And that is a good candidate for a House of Power big swing of the game. It's also a BF Stepp Electrical extra base hit. Now got to come in on it. And Adwater's able to erase that triple quickly, catching that out in center field, the 3rd one. So 1 big loud triple for Henson, and that is it. No runs. Heading into the top of the 6th, it's going to be Grant Buchanan, Grayson Payne, and Jackson Warnock to the plate. So that BF Stepp Electrical extra base hit, putting a charge into 1.
He put a charge now and it bounced off that wall, and I thought it might have been a little league home run.
Good job by Atwaters to track it down, throw it in quickly, but even more credit to Preston Henson for not watching it. He was out of the box quickly on that one. So good candidate for the House of Power big swing of the game. New pitcher in. It's going to be Eli Webb, East Rutherford grad and recent CVCC commit. So let's go ahead and give you a final line on Rollins here. So again, McGinnis went 3 1/3. Rollins came in and went 1 2/3. Gives up 3 runs. Now, the question I have is when you're the pitcher and you make the error that allows the runner to advance, is it still an unearned run, even though you're the one that did it? That's a good question. So we're going to say 3 runs given up. We'll say maybe that's 2 earned runs. Hits allowed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hits. Walked 1, 2, and struck out 1. So final line for Rollins, 1 2/3. 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, 1 K. 8 walks in the game here for Cherryville, 6 for McGinnis and 2 for Rollins. But between the 2 of them, they've worked 5 innings and 7 6. I want to say of those runs, 1 is unearned. Sumner's been real good out the pen. That triple by Henson, the only hit he's allowed, the only base runner to reach through his 2 1/3. Now here in the top of the 6th, final 6 outs for Asheville. So they got to get some runners on base and try to push one across here to tie this thing up. Grant Buchanan would be their leadoff hitter. He's 1 for 1 as a ribby and 2 walks. Grayson Payne,
Leading off for Asheville Post,
1, 2 for 2 with a walk and a ribby on deck.
Grant Buchanan.
And Jackson Warnock behind him, 1 for 3 of the ribby. So 4 hits and 3 walks combined the next 3 batters. So a lot of offense out of the 5, 6, and 7 hole this evening. Buchanan going to take a strike. Okay. I want to thank our 6th inning sponsor, AC Reynolds Rockets Booster Club, reminding you to help grow your local baseball programs and athletics departments by supporting the boosters. So communities that support their youth will see their local graduates lift off as they enter into adulthood. So again, thank you to the AC Reynolds Rockets Booster Club. So Buchanan here finds himself in a 1-1 count. Again, new pitcher, Eli Webb. Eli, a primary catcher. It's his 3rd year on the Senior Legion team. Again, recently committed to CVCC, Talbot Valley Community College. That ball way over ahead of the catcher. So 3-1 count. Buchanan's already drawn 3 walks today. Again, they got that strike repellent that Will Lindsay hands out. Him and Braylon Thompson have collected 5 walks between the 2 of them today. Both former Blue Devils. There's the pitch from Webb. Hey, there's the 3rd walk for Buchanan and 6th walk for a Brevard graduate today. You like that stat cast?
I do like that stat. I like to figure out the why behind it, though. It's like a trend.
Will Lindsay, he electroshock therapy every time they swing outside the zone. He hooks them
Shot
up
caller?
Links them up to the electrodes. Webb winds and delivers. Ball up. So again, we told you 8 walks distributed by Cherryville. That's what's allowed Asheville back in this game. Two of those walks have come around to score, which is, to be honest, lucky in terms of pitching. There's a bunt by Payne. Nice bunt. Henson on it quick. Tosses to first. Nobody was covering third, but Buchanan had gone down to a slide at second. I don't think he would have been able to make it either way. So sack bunt. It's 5-3 on the putout, and that is a sacrifice bunt brought to you by the Brevard Blue Devils Booster Club, reminding you to make a sacrifice. Give to your local boosters.
It's a big booster club inning.
Boosters. Jackson Warnock now with the tying run.
Jackson Warnock wants to boost one right here.
Let's go. So he's about 6'3". He needs no booster chair, but I know Owen High School could use some boosters, help build that baseball program up a little bit. Some decent talent coming out of Owen, but they got to string some more wins together in that Western Highlands Conference. Western Highlands Conference wasn't as competitive as we thought it was going to be this year, with Polk pretty much running away with it. Madison up there a little bit. Mitchell.
Madison got swept by
Mountain Heritage,
Polk.
very disappointing season. They didn't even make the playoffs. Avery make playoffs? Avery didn't make playoffs either. Oof. That's rough when 2 of your conference teams don't make it in this bigger playoff setting. So falling behind quickly is Warnock, 0-2. 3 straight pitches, strike 3. Not the AB the Cardinals were hoping for there. Zeke Atwater's to the plate, though. Zeke's been hot, playing good defense. Had a single to lead off the 5th. Came around and scored that 6th run on the RBI by Pavone. K victim in the 2nd. Ground ball to shortstop in the 3rd. Single in the 5th. Takes ball 1 here. Asheville's had the tying run in scoring position the last 2 innings. Have not been able to execute yet. Cardinals bench giving Buchanan a little bit of grief, a little bit of flack at second base there, telling him to get a bigger primary lead. So Webb seems to have found the feel for the off speed here in the last batter or 2. Is that a cutter you think he's throwing? What's it coming out as?
74.
So it must be a little slider, or cutter, or curveball there.
I think cutter be a little bit quicker than that.
Either way, it's giving these Cardinals fits right now. Ground ball up the middle. They're going to send Buchanan. Here comes the throw from Rinkus. Oh, it's a beauty. Slides. He is out at home plate. Heck of a throw by Rinkus in center field. So Zeke did what was asked of him, but Buchanan drilled it home 8-2 on the putout. Excellent throw out there by Rinkus. Threw a strike to his North Lincoln teammate, Elliot Dellinger, at home plate. So the walk and the single, no runs in, heading into the bottom of the sixth. It's going to be Keenan Fowler, the number 9 hitter, and then back to the top with Nate Rollins and Casey McGinnis. Well, Hunter, you heard the, say before we jump into it, you heard the bench giving Buchanan a little flack here on his lead at second base. You know, I'm not saying that's the main reason that ball was hit hard, but secondary leads. So what you got for us, Hunter?
Thank you again, our in-game sponsors, Stepp Electrical Co., our X-Base hip sponsor, putting a charge into that one. Blue Devil Athletic Booster Club, our Sacrifice Fund sponsor. Make a sacrifice, give your local boosters. Carolina Pack and Go, our stolen base sponsor, getting you from one base to the next. Cedar Springs Baptist Church, having faith from the mountaintop. Our mountain visit sponsor, Chad McMahon State Farm Insurance, our insurance run sponsor, like a good neighbor. State Farm is there. House of Power, our big swing of the game sponsor, built for serious athletes. Quality Home Consultants, our quality at bat sponsor, protecting your home base. Stepp Physical Therapy, our health and availability sponsor. Stepp, making sure you're good to go. And West North Carolina Driving School, our RBI sponsor, knowing how to drive in runs.
Well, couldn't quite drive the run in there at the end of the last inning. Great throw out there by Beckett Rinkus to nail the runner at home plate to end the inning. Tristan Sumner out for another inning of work. He's been pretty unhittable besides the Henson triple. He's worked 2 1/3 scoreless. Cardinals need a shutout inning here from Sumner before heading into the 7th with their final 3 outs to work with. In that final inning, it's going to be Pavone, Thompson, and Suttles, 9-1-2, but can't flash forward too quickly here because in the bottom of the 6th, Cherryville also sending their 9-1-2 to the plate. Again, I want to thank you all for tuning in to the American Legion streaming series brought to you by Papa's and Beer of Hendersonville. Again, next time you're up in Hendersonville, hop into Papa's and Beer for some fine, affordable, California-themed Mexican cuisine. Delicious, delicious food up there. So, again, steak fajitas, burritos, got the guacamole.
Good coach said.
Benny Carone commenting NATO baseball. Let's go.
Well, it's going to transfer over from one Brevard, the high school version, to the college version.
So you don't even have to change your zip code. Don't have to change your mailing address for a year.
Don't have to change your colors, just the mascot.
Yep. Not the sweet part of the bat. Foul ball into the bullpen down there. Fowler, good day out of the 9-hole. Had an RBI single in the second. Sac fly RBI in the third. That's the last time we've seen him in a minute. So first at bat since the third inning. 1 for 1 with 2 ribs. Sumner missing outside there. Full count.
Hey, go after him right here.
It's a pretty night sky here in Cherryville. As he sends that one into the night sky, it's going to split the gaps out there in left center field. So lead off extra bases here for Fowler. Fowler working on a great day out of the 9-hole. 2 for 2, a single, a double, and a sac fly, the 2 RBIs. And they're vying for some Chad McMahon State Farm Insurance runs here as they go to the back to the top of the inning. Fowler with the BF Stepp Electrical extra base hit there, putting a charge into one. Coach Decker going to call timeout, head out to the mound to see. We might have ourselves a pitching change here. Again, maybe Coach Decker trying to save Sumner for later in the week. Again, coming to the top of the lineup here. Brady Duvall heading to first base. I wonder if that means where's Buchanan going to next. So who grabbed the ball? Liam Suttle's taking the ball, so I'm guessing Buchanan might be moving to second base. There are going to be some infielders moving around a little bit here. Let's give the final line for Sumner. 2 1/3 innings. He allowed the 2 hits. No earned runs yet. He is responsible for the runner on second base. Sumner walked 0, and he struck out 1. So 2 1/3, 0 runs, 2 hits, 0 walks, 1 K. And responsible for that runner at second base, though. So new pitcher going to be Liam Suttles. It's a good one for you coaches that are tuning in to watch. Again, one of our lone uncommitted players, 27 grad out of TC Robertson, and starting to get some love in the recruiting scene. Starting some conversations with a few handfuls of colleges. Very high academic ball player, interested in business and possibly aviation. He's open-minded to four-year schools and junior college. He was a big part of Coach Philpeck's pitching staff, and will be a bigger part of the offense starting lineup for them next year. Since Suttles was selected to the State Games Region 8. So a little history between these two teams.
It's tight. 4 games apiece of the last 8 for Post 70 and Post 100. Post 70, though, has the last 4 in a row with the 8-7 victory on June 10th earlier this year. That 11-5 victory in the Area 4 finals. That was only 1 game due to Cherryville hosting the state tournament. And then Asheville swept them last year. That says 2-8, but that's not correct. You can't win a game 2-8, and then they won 8-1. Last state championships between the two, Cherryville has 7, Asheville has 2. Most recent, 2025 for Asheville. Cherryville's most recent was 2011. And Cherryville's national runner-up way back in 2003. That was 3.
So new pitcher in, the batter, Nate Rollins, top of the lineup. So first pitch delivered is a ball. So Suttles here, the Robertson Ram falling behind 2-0 here. Again, first base is open, so he doesn't have to give in to him. So Rollins here, 0 for 2, walked and scored a run in the second. So pop one up here, Adwater's in, Buchanan out. Buchanan calling it 2 hands, makes the catch. So a little interest in there for a second, but hauled it in. Backtracking from that, what you were mentioning earlier, from the lip of the turf to the lip of the grass, Buchanan a bit of a stumble there.
You can see it. Like the lip is so visible here. You said they were working on getting turf.
I've heard that they were going to turf the whole field eventually. I thought I heard that about East Rutherford as well. Here's McGinnis, 1 for 3 at the RBI single in the second. And 1 out now. Base runner Fowler at second base after the leadoff double. Suttles, nice pitch there. Gets the swing and a miss, 0-1. And Suttles about 88-2, touching 83. Just a good baseball player all around, very well-rounded defense, offense, pitching. Puts one on the edge there for strike 2. Had some really big outings for TC this year. Stepped up, I think, won in extra innings that they went with Asheville. I think he threw 5 scoreless or something in relief in that one. So big game experience. Those TC Robertson players very well seasoned with the schedule that Coach Philpeck puts together for them.
Wonder where they're headed this next year. I know a lot of coaches are finalizing their schedules. I've heard a few of them are done.
Well, I think what Coach Wise was telling me a little bit about, he said that Crest has a really good schedule. Oh, swing, line drive off of Suttles. It'll be 1-6 on the, or 1-6-3 technically on the put out. Hopefully he's okay. So final line maybe for McGinnis, 1 for 4 after that with the ribby. So Suttles might have a bruise, but he's also going to get an assist on that. 1-6-3 is the official put out. Tucker Sigmund coming to the plate now. Sigmund a K and 2 flyouts to the right fielder, so 0 for 3. And the umpire, Coach Decker and Boone Carver out there to check on their relief pitcher. And Suttles has been at second base for the entirety of this game. Again, I think we got a good selection for the big swing of the game. I think the player of the game, we're gonna have to see how it ends. I got a favorite that I like for this game if Cherryville wins it. However, Asheville's still within striking distance. How about the 7, 8, 9 hitters for Cherryville tonight? A combined 7 for 8 with 5 RBIs.
Was that 875?
7, 8, 9. So Henson, Dalton, Fowler combined 7 for 8 with 5 RBIs and just 2 runs scored. But yeah, they're the ones knocking them in.
875 batting average there.
Yep. Foul ball here.
Didn't make it to the roof.
So again, after the leadoff double, there was the pop out to second base, the hard hit 1-6-3. Casey McGinnis slapping one off of Suttles. Just missed there. So they wanted that call. 2-1 is our count. So again, Fowler only 90 feet away from that insurance run. Curveball by Suttles is going to miss. 3-1 is our count. That's ball 4, so it'll be first and third here as Sigmund reaches base for the first time this evening. So first and third now. We'll see if Bobby Dale, Reynolds, and Post 100 might have some trickery up their sleeves with the first and third play to try to squeeze across another runner. However, they do have their cleanup hitter, Elliot Dellinger, up. Dellinger 0 for 1, but he has 2 walks and 2 runs scored.
Hey, ready early?
Again, 7-6, the lead for Post 100. Pop-up foul. Lots and lots of baseballs pelting the intermediate school this evening. Again, I don't know if my ladder could reach up there, but we could try to get up on that roof before we head out and go home with a bunch of pearls. Probably waterlogged all get out, but so 7 runs on 10 hits. Pickoff
9
attempt
hits.
here. That's what you got?
Yeah, that's what you got.
Let me
So I was
see.
counting. I was like, where'd that 10 come from?
I don't know. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I count 9. I don't know. Maybe I missed one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I only count 9. So another pickoff attempt here. So again, Suttles keeping an eye on Sigmund at first. Again, that's Fowler at third. Sigmund, the North Lincoln grad. Fowler, the rising senior at Cherryville.
Ooh.
Foul tip here from Dellinger. So 0-2. Again, Suttles doesn't have to play for the strikeout here. He's just got to make his pitch. Again, lights on. It is nighttime here in Cherryville. See oh no. After several pickoff attempts at first base, that one gets away. And Sigmund going to move all the way to third base on that E1. So Fowler going to be able to score on the throwing error. That is a Chad McMahon State Farm Insurance run for Cherryville, but coming in a gut-wrenching way for post 70. Oh, and you hate to see that. It's like, hey, you got 2 strikes on the batter. We've done tried to pick off 3-4 times here. There may be some trickery on, but deliver the pitch. You know? Ball low here. So 1-2. So that 1-run deficit becomes 2. I know it's only 1 more run, but it feels like a chasm after missing out on scoring the tying run the last 2 innings. Fly ball to right field. Will it hang up for Thompson? Yes, it will. So an unearned run comes across in the 6th. A leadoff double, a walk, and an error leads to an insurance run. Heading into the bottom of the 7th, it'll be Pavone, Thompson, and Suttles to the plate.
6 innings complete. Post 108, post 76.
So updating my box score a little bit. It's a good game out of the bottom of the lineup between Preston Henson, Talon Dalton, and Keenan Fowler. Man, I don't know. What do you think here? We got Preston Henson 3 for 3 with a triple and a ribby. You also have Keenan Fowler 2 for 2 with 2 ribbies, 2 runs and a sac fly. You have Dalton 2 for 3 with 2 ribbies and a run.
At 3 for 3 is 2 bunts.
But I just feel, I was going to say, and just
that's
great
cool.
defense. So I think as of now, I think that's what we're going to go with. We'll definitely pull a few out for interviews, though. So what do you want? Number, position?
Yep.
Grad year?
Yep.
You want their high school?
Nope. Youth, high school, and college pitchers. You're trying to take the next step in your player development. The Nova X Kinetics is directed by Coach Anthony Payne, not Grayson Payne. Coach Payne has worked with several West North Carolina pitchers in the last few seasons and helped them make major jumps in their physicality, velocity, and overall athletic performance. By infusing data, analytics, and biomechanics, Coach Payne is trying to help pitchers get the most out of their potential. If you're looking to make strides in your pitching performance, get with Coach Payne at Nova X Kinetics ASAP, offering in-house and remote training options for high school and college level athletes. Nova X Kinetics, new school data, old school grit.
Well, still got 3 outs to play with here. Still ball game, 8-6. Again, Asheville won the first matchup back June 10th, 8-7. New pitcher here will be Camden Williams, who Asheville actually hit pretty hard in that June 10th game. Williams had the start in that game. Williams, a 26 grad of Cherryville, will be heading to Cleveland Community College next year. This is his first year up on Senior Legion after 3 seasons on the junior team. Long, lanky lefty. They can add some weight to him. He could be an interesting project. But he's going to be asked to close out this game tonight. So let's update some more pitching lines here. So that was Webb.
Coming to the mound, number 34.
Webb pitched the 6th inning. He went 1, allowed 1 hit, 0 runs, walked 1, and struck out 1. So what do they call that? A hold? So Webb with the hold. Now coming in, trying to close it out is Camden Williams. We'll see what he's got in the tank here for us. Starting to get some tallies here on the box scores. So stick with us for the Papas and Beer post-game show. We'll be going over box scores, the summary of the game, do some post-game interviews, and give out our Papas and Beer player of the game honors. So it looks like we got ourselves a is this pinch hitter. Yeah, so it's be Cole Holbrook hitting for Pavone. So Pavone's final line, 1 for 3 with a ribby. This will be Holbrook hitting in his place. He's going to take a ball there. So 2-0 ahead is Holbrook. So 2-0 delivery, fouled back into the padding. All right. So again, Pavone was 1 for 3 of the ribby. Holbrook first at bat, but he's been hot, and his playing time has been up and down between junior and senior legion. Again, with JoJo Brown, Terrell going down with injuries. Holbrook, one of the first ones called up. There's a strike, so 2-2 now, evened up. Take a ball high, full count. So Williams again, long, lanky. Got the herky-jerky leg kick. Strike 3 called on Holbrook. So out number 1. So 0 for 1 is Holbrook. Here comes Thompson. Thompson 0 for 1. He's got 3 walks and 3 stolen bases and a run scored tonight. So again, on-base machine. The first 3 at-bats all resulted in walks and stolen bases. Scored a run in the 4th. Struck out in the 5th. Again, need to score 2 to tie. Again, Coach Decker going to the bench there with Pavone, the lefty, due up to face Williams. Went with Holbrook, the right-hander. Went full count, struck him out, though. So now we're here with 1 out, Braylon Thompson, and a 1-1 count. Again, playoffs start July 5th. Cherryville trying to all but ensure a good run at first place here. Again, this is a must-win for Asheville if they were going to make a run at the title. But if they lose tonight, they're all but assured to relinquish the regular season title, could still take the Area 4 tournament title. So it's all up for grabs.
I think they clinch a home field advantage, top 4 seed, with a win here tonight.
So Williams a lot more in the zone than he was when we saw him June 10th. Again, that start back June 10th, he didn't walk a lot, but he was falling behind a lot. So he was effectively wild, you could say. So again, 2-2 to Thompson. Ooh, is that going to hit him? HBP, they say. So tying run will come to the plate. So interesting box score for Braylon Thompson. 0 for 1, 3 walks, hit by pitch, 3 stolen bases and a run. Might be able to add to it here. Suttles to the plate, 0 for 3. He did walk and score a run in the 4th. Stretch my legs a little bit.
Brings up the pitcher number 11, Leo Suttles.
So Coach Reynolds is going to walk out slowly to the mound for a Cedar Springs Baptist mound visit. And I guess it was the old loogie. Lefty, one guy only. Not really, kind of. So he knew he had the 2 lefties coming up. So I think we're going to end up making a pitching change here. See who the new arm is. But again, Williams comes in and faces 2 batters, hits one, and collects a K on the other. So a third of an inning. He allows 1 HBP and 1 K. He is responsible for Thompson. And I think this is, yep, this is Carson Cloninger to the plate. So Cloninger, the rising sophomore at Caldwell Tech, going to be asked to close this one out. So Cloninger, if he finishes this game out with the lead, he will have earned the save.
Moving from the bullpen, number 23, Carson.
I think if we're going by 4 innings of is a complete game, then Rollins is actually in line to be your winning pitcher. So Cloninger, the 5th pitcher tonight. McGinnis, 3 1/3, allowed the 2 runs on 3 hits, 6 walks, 3 Ks. He was the starter. Rollins, 1 2/3 in relief, had 5 hits, 2 walks, gave up 3 runs, 1 K. But again, I think technically he's in line for the win. Eli Webb had a scoreless inning, gave up a hit, a walk, and a K. And then Camden Williams started this inning, goes 1/3 of an inning, 1 hit batter, 1 K. Cloninger in now will face Suttles and beyond. So late evening here in Cherryville, 9:40 is our time. Long drive home this evening. It's going to take us a while to break it down here too, as we had to roll out the Ethernets today, bring our travel equipment. So let's see here. We will probably be home, if I had to guess. It's going to be a midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning evening. So some good box scores for the Cardinals tonight to recognize. Grayson Payne, 2 for 2 with a ribby, a walk, and a sack bunt. Yeah, Grant Buchanan, 1 for 1 with 3 walks and a ribby. Zeke Atwater's 2 for 4 with a run. The top of the lineup, on base machine, Braylon Thompson 0 for 1, but 3 walks and a hit by pitch and 3 stolen bases. He's out there at first base. Pitchers tonight for the Cardinals. Maven started 2 2/3, 6 runs earned, 7 total on 7 hits, 3 walks, 2 Ks. Sumner went 2 1/3. And Sumner gave up technically no earned runs. 1 run technically. His leadoff double in the 6th, but unearned. 2 hits, 0 walks, 1 K. Suttles finished out the inning. Allowed 1 walk. So Suttles, 1 inning, 0 runs. Did allow that 1 run to score on the throwing error.
Now you ready? Now you ready, baby? Here we go.
So Suttles here, 1-1 count. Liam 0 for 3, the walk and the run score in the 4th, so he's due. The fielder's choice in the 1st, ground out to 3rd, flew out to center. Takes a ball here, 2-1. So again, Suttles would be the tying run. On deck hitter Boone Carver. Ground ball, big bounder. This could be trouble though. He's going to take himself for 1. Back to first, double play, 6-3. That is your ball game. Asheville probably just saw their chances at a 2nd straight regular season title slip away. Still a chance to take it in Area 4 playoffs. Stay tuned with us as we get ready to go through our box scores and give you some totals and some finals here.
Game time, 7 o'clock. I'd like to thank all of our volunteers here tonight.
Let's go ahead and start on the Cardinals side. Braylon Thompson tonight was 0 for 1, 3 walks, 3 stolen bases, a run, and a hit by pitch. Actually, let's go ahead and we'll jump into some of the game action first. So Cardinals struck first in the 2nd inning. Had a 5-run inning, sent all 9 to the plate. featured RBI single, 2-run single by Dalton, an RBI single by Fowler, McGinnis with the ribby, and then a run scored on an error that inning as well. It was 5-0 until actually it was 7-0 at one point. Nope, excuse me, 7-2 as Asheville put up 2 runs on RBI singles by Payne and Warnock in the third. But Cherryville answered back with RBI singles from Henson, the bunt squeeze play, I should say, and then the sac fly by Fowler, so manufacturing some runs in the third. In the fourth inning, Cherryville went scoreless, but Asheville was able to put up 3 to claw back within 7-5. That was RBI ground out by Alex Hanna, RBI double by Boone Carver. Pushed one across in the fifth, an RBI single by Pavone that made it 7-6, but insurance run, the double by Fowler came in to score on the throwing error, the pickoff attempt. Again, that was the 8th run, 8-6. So let's give you some totals here. Again, Braylon Thompson 0 for 1, 3 walks, 3 stolen bases, a run, a hit by pitch. Suttles 0 for 4 with a walk and a run. Boone Carver 1 for 3 with a double, a walk, and an RBI. His courtesy runner Maddox Wright with 2 runs scored. Alex Hanna 1 for 4 with a ribby and a run scored. Grant Buchanan 1 for 1 with 3 walks and an RBI. Grayson Payne 2 for 2 with a ribby, a walk, and a sac bunt. Jackson Warnock 1 for 4 with an RBI. Zeke Adwaters 2 for 4 with a run scored. And Jackson Pavone 1 for 3 with a ribby. And Cole Holbrook 0 for 1. Again, Peyton Maven 2 2/3, 7 runs, 6 earned on 7 hits, 3 walks, 2 Ks. Sumner 2 1/3, 0 runs on 2 hits, 0 walks, and a K. And Suttles, actually I guess 1 run for Sumner as that it's unearned. Suttles 1 inning, 1 walk, 0 runs, 0 hits. For post 100, Nate Rollins 0 for 3 with a walk and a run. Casey McGinnis 1 for 4 with a ribby. Tucker Sigmund 0 for 3 with a walk. Elliot Dellinger 0 for 2 with 2 walks and 2 runs. Adam Rogers 0 for 2 with a hit by pitch and a run. Beckett Rinkus 1 for 3 with a run. And then here's where the real damage started. The 7, 8, 9 hitters. Preston Henson 3 for 3 with a triple and the squeeze RBI. Talon Dalton 2 for 3 with 2 ribs and a run scored. And Keenan Fowler out of the 9-hole, 2 for 2, 2 ribbies, 2 runs scored with the sac fly. Casey McGinnis started, was 3 1/3 on the bump, 3 hits, 2 runs, 6 walks, 3 Ks. Nate Rollins 1 2/3, 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, and 1 K. I think technically is your winning pitcher. Eli Webb, 1 inning pitch, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 K. Camden Williams, a third of an inning, 1 hit batter and a K. And then earning the save, Carson Cloninger, 2/3 of an inning. You saw it, no hits, no runs. It was the ground out into a double play to end it. And we're going to show you real quick before we get into our interviews, post-game interviews, our big swing of the game brought to you by House of Power. So if you're looking for one-on-one lessons in hitting, pitching, or catching, strength and conditioning, facility memberships, or cage rentals, then you need House of Power, founded by former Clemson Tiger and professional ball player Sheldon Reed, conveniently located in Mills River. Check them out online at hophendersonville.com to learn more. Again, that's HOP, House of Power, hophendersonville.com. And here is your big swing of the game. With nobody on and 2 outs in the 5th inning, Preston Henson had already put down 2 beautiful bunt singles. He hits a missile to deep center field, hits off the wall just left of the 380 sign, and hustles all the way around to third base for a triple. Again, that's the East Rutherford grad and the Brunswick Community College commit. I guess he did pimp it a little bit out of the box. I thought he was hot out of the box, but hit it deep enough out there and got on his horse to get to third. Again, high motor ball player. I've always enjoyed Henson, watching Henson play. And he'll be a Brunswick Dolphin next year. And he's got a state championship ring, too, from 2 years ago. So high caliber ball players here at Post 100. So I guess where's the other mics? I'll head out there and figure out who I'm going to interview here. I think I was going to take the bottom 3. So I'll see y'all in a minute.
Well, Baseball University of the Blue Ridge is proud to support our communities. Thank you to all tonight's sponsors, a wonderful group of local businesses and organizations from right here in Western North Carolina. We couldn't bring you the American Legion Baseball streaming series and Area 4 coverage without them. Thank you to Papa's and Beer, Authentic Mexican Grill of Hendersonville, Ion Outdoors, Bloom Patch Farm, CamWood Bats, Flooring America of Gastonia and Kings Mountain, Owen Joseph, Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group, AC Reynolds Booster Club, Nova X Kinetics, Stepp Electrical Co., Blue Devil Athletic Booster Club, Carolina Pack and Go, Cedar Springs Baptist Church, Chad McMahon State Farm, House of Power, Quality Home Consultants, Stepp Physical Therapy, and Western North Carolina Driving School. For the best coverage and content of Western North Carolina baseball, visit our Patreon at patreon.com/bbuniversitywnc. Here you'll find conference previews, preseason and playoff predictions, power rankings, players of the week, podcast, highlight films, and much more. Memberships start at $1, and all the money raised stays right here in Western North Carolina. Support Mountain Baseball. Stay connected on social media with Baseball University of the Blue Ridge. Like and subscribe on YouTube at youtube.com/@bbuniversitywnc. Like us on Facebook at Baseball University of the Blue Ridge. Follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter and Instagram, at @bbuniversitywnc. And check out our website, baseballandthelletteru.org. Stay tuned for post-game interviews with our Papas and Beer player of the game. As for now, Asheville Post 70 falls to 9-5 in Area 4 play, 12-7 on the year. Cherryville improves to 11-1, clinches that first round home field advantage, top 4 seed in the Area 4 playoffs, and improves to 13-4 overall. Other scores from Area 4 today: Final Gaston Braves in 6, 15-0 over Burke County Post 21. Caldwell County was last up 8-2 in the top of the 7th on Gastonia. And then Shelby Post 82 defeated Hickory Post 48 by a score of 7-2. So I think that Gastonia Caldwell game is final, from what I can tell from the Post 29 Facebook page. Might be able to swing away with some standings. Let me see if I can get this going real quick. I think as for now, we'll just wait. No point in updating. Well, here's Ryan with our Papas and Beer post game player of the game.
All right. Ready to roll? All right. I'll give one to you. All right. So first up here, we got Mr. Keenan Fowler. Keenan's good to see you. We saw you back at, I'll shake your hand again. Why not? Make it formal. So we saw Keenan back at Burns versus Cherryville early in the year. Caught our eye. You're a good hustler. I remember you were manufacturing some runs.
Yes,
that probably wasn't. That's not the game you want to talk about, though. But tonight, this got to feel good. Asheville took you out. I think June 10th. It was 8-7 in that game. So this game probably means a lot. You know, getting another shot at the title, because I know Asheville took it last year, and I'm sure that's probably heavy on your memory. So talk a little bit about like leading up to this game, as what Coach Bobby Dale had maybe said to motivate y'all and get you ready for this one.
Really, every game the same. Just coming in as confident, most confident team on the field. Every man, the most confident man on the field, stepping in. Know you can beat anybody, compete with anybody. So I mean, it's really the same every game. Just some games hit harder. This is one of those ones that we try to go even harder on, but came out successful, so it worked.
Man, I'll tell you what, 2 for 2, 2 ribbies, a sac fly, 2 runs out of the 9-hole. Like, you're a 9-hole hitter, man. I know you're in the leadoff spot for Cherryville High School, but what's it like hitting the 9 spot? Do you feel like you see more fastballs? Do you change your approach when you're in the 9 spot at all?
Definitely see more fastballs. Still, job's the same. Really, just trying to get on, get around the bases, score. I mean, I get around quick, so it's really my job is trying to get on anyway. Drawing a walk, base hits anytime.
I was going to say, the other gentleman we brought out here, so these are 7, 8, 9 hitters tonight, but, I mean, do y'all take pride in that? Like, you know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I was going to say, like, you guys are pretty stacked from 1 to 9, so, like, y'all didn't let off the gas pedal. Is there, like, any sort of, like, I don't know, just any sort of pride that you three in particular take at the bottom of the lineup? Like, hey, we got to show ourselves. We got to show what we can do here,
I mean, 1 through 9 is really good hitters, really high-tier hitters. So, I mean, confidence all through the lineup just makes a really good team, really successful team. So all the way through, I'm very prideful. Wherever you're at in the lineup, just trying to get up there and do your best. You got a lot of confidence in all the guys.
Now, real quick, rising senior,
Yes, sir.
what are your ambitions for college baseball? Is this something, we can put a pitch out there for you?
For sure, looking to play after high school.
You know what you want to study?
Not yet.
JUCO route.
JUCO route.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I say, any kid doesn't know what he wants to study, go save some money right now. I
Right.
got a lot of JUCO guys on both teams tonight.
I know.
So is that something that's already in your mind? Just thinking junior college?
Any college really that gives me a shot.
What's your grade point right now?
GPA?
Yeah, you
Like
doing
a
all right?
4.4.
Oh, so yes, you do want to keep 4 years on the table.
Yes,
What's
sir.
your favorite subject?
Probably math.
Okay, so STEM maybe. So this
Maybe.
guy, any coaches listening out there tonight, so 4.4, leadoff hitter for Cherryville High School. He ain't a 9-hitter. He was crushing it tonight. So again, Keenan Fowler, it's nice to see you again,
Thank
buddy.
you.
We'll
Nice
see
to
you.
see
We'll
you.
see you during the high school
Yes, sir. I
season too.
appreciate it. Y'all take it easy.
Talon, come on up here. What's up, buddy?
up?
So heading out to play for Coach Bailey next year
Yes,
at Concord.
sir. Yes,
Heck
sir.
yeah,
Very
man. That's a
excited.
great program.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people don't know that there's like that D2 conference up there in West
Oh, yeah.
Virginia, and we kind of overlook it. So it's not that far from home. What, about 2 hours?
2 hours and 59 minutes on the dot, so 3 hours. But it's not bad.
That
It's not a
ain't
bad
bad.
drive. Nah.
I mean, that's like
It's not
six
bad.
six episodes of like The Simpsons or
Oh,
something.
yeah,
You know? That ain't
not
nothing.
bad at all. Not a bad drive.
Well, you've been on this team for a while. I want to say you're the elder statesman. I was looking at the numbers. 5 years or 6 years with Cherryville now? I want to say it was
played some
2.
junior-
I was going to
played
say it
some
was a
junior
2 junior,
seasons.
3 senior.
2 junior, 3 senior. Yeah, so 5 seasons. So
Well, these
far.
folks take a lot of pride on longevity. Ned
sir.
Yates does a great job of putting all the programs together and showing that, like, hey, look, it's not just about winning this game today. It's about being part of something
That's
that
right.
is,
Yes, sir.
I mean, it's almost 100 years.
Oh, yeah.
I want
yes,
to say
sir.
Cherryville's
Yes,
100
sir.
years.
Yeah.
So what have you learned from these coaches over the last couple of years, especially this 5 years, 6 years at Legion, that you think has best prepared you for this college adventure you're about to go on?
Oh, yes, sir. I learned from Coach Reynolds every single day. I mean, he's the biggest thing he's helped me with is hitting, like just getting on time, always having my timing down, like getting in the box ready to go, not looking to hit late in the count, hit early in the count, like stuff like that. It's just like they've changed my approach for me and like helped me, so like it's made me a better hitter.
Years of experience, right?
Yes, sir.
So,
yes, sir.
one thing I've always admired about just the Cherryville program, Bobby Dale, Drew Reynolds,
Yes,
is
sir.
that they do a lot to help their players with college recruiting.
Yes, sir.
And I think that's something that a lot of Western North Carolina coaches need to start thinking about. It's like, hey, we got to start picking up the phones for these kids again. So
Sure.
can you speak on that a little bit? Because I do want to shout out that, like, anytime I see high school or Legion coaches doing the work they should be doing,
Yes, sir.
but speak on that. You don't have to go in great detail, but speak on the Reynolds coach, or
Oh, yeah.
Bobby Dale and Drew, for what they have done for their players, picking up phones, etc.
Oh, yeah. Coach Reynolds and them, I mean, they're great about college recruiting. They have schools here watching our games all the time. Like the past couple weeks, some big name schools that they had here. UNCW was here, ECU, that they know very great. And that's just cool to play in front of coaches like that. And we got some big time players like that. But it's great. Like, and they helped me with Concord. Like even this summer, like I've started playing some center field, and like Coach Reynolds is going to call my coach and like let him know, like,
Yeah.
okay,
Hey,
he
by
can-
the way,
hey,
he's
by
got
the
some
way, he can play
versatility.
center field too instead of just
I
the
love
infield.
that so
Yes, sir.
much. I think that, again, our Western North Carolina coaches, we don't, I'm not knocking travel ball, but like we have enough connections with guys like him where
Yes,
we
sir.
can work together as a community to help put y'all in school without
Oh,
paying 10 grand
That
to go
100%.
play on
Yes, sir.
a crazy showcase type
That's
thing,
right.
you know?
Yeah.
Well, hey, look, good luck to you. Again, I want to
Thank
shout
you.
your stats out. 2 for 3, 2 ribs. Bottom of the lineup killed it tonight.
Yes, sir.
And again, there is no real bottom of the lineup when it comes to Cherryville.
Yes, sir.
It was good to see you again,
Good
buddy.
seeing you too.
Let's,
Thank you.
let's bring out our player of the game here, Mr. Preston Henson. Good to see you again, Preston. You been doing okay?
Been great. How are you?
I've been doing really well. Last time we saw you was at the South Point game at your place. You were making nasty plays. And again, you just
Appreciate
look
that.
so quick, so good with your feet and your hands in the infield. I've seen you at second. I've seen you at third. I've seen you at short. I mean, I don't know where you're going to end up at Brunswick, but they're just going to look out there one day and be like, I don't know, pick one.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
One of the main reasons that we picked you for player of the game, not only the great line, 3 for 3, but just love good baseball, right?
Mhm.
You put the bunt down, get the base hit,
Mhm.
go right back to it. You ain't scared of it for the
Right.
squeeze play.
Yep.
And then you come up there in the, I think it was the 6th inning, and you're like, put the muscles out
Is
a little
that
bit.
right? Yeah.
I'm going to shake the wall a little bit. Now, might have had an inside the park home run if you didn't watch it for a little bit.
Yeah, correct.
But
Yeah.
once you figured it out, holy
Yeah.
cow, you put the motor on. So, man, break your game down for me, man. I think you're so high IQ for baseball, but tell the people, like, what's your style?
Well, I try to play the game as hard as I can. Obviously being a small stature guy, got to have the IQ. Can't be an idiot out there. But yeah, man, I just try to play the game hard, and I know there's little kids out here watching me, so try to show a good example of what it is to play hard.
Is that your Player of the Game award that Coach gives out?
So this is our thing. We call it, you see the guy that's standing right there?
Is that Ned?
He told us last year, he told us to snuff the rooster. So, it's kind of like a tribute to him.
Nice.
Yeah, shout out to Roo.
Hey, man, that's awesome. That's culture too, man.
Yeah, correct,
I love culture in baseball. I'm going to miss seeing you play, man. Those Rutherford County games were fun. I know RS got you a little bit on the way out this year, but I'm sure you'll be back to watch some homecoming stuff maybe. But hey, good luck down there on the beach. Tonight's Papas and Beer, Player of the Game. So I'm going to shout out Papas and Beer real quick, and then we're going to tell them about what you're getting next time you're visiting Hendo.
Sounds good.
Thanks to Papas and Beer of Hendo for being the headline sponsor for the American Legion streaming series. Remember, for the California-influenced Mexican cuisine with award-winning taste, get over to Papas and Beer for dining in or taking out. Now, here's your Papas and Beer Player of the Game, Preston Henson. Next time he's up in Hendo, he's going to hop on and see Mr. Larry and show him the flyer that we're going to post tonight and tag him in. He's going to get a free meal. You like Mexican food?
Absolutely.
Who doesn't, right?
Yeah,
go celebrate with your friends and your family and your teammates. And it ain't official yet, but 2 games versus Shelby this year. Destiny's in y'all's hands. Good luck. Good luck in another Area 4 championship. Take care. All right, that's another. Take care. That's our rendition. We'll see y'all on Tuesday at Gaston. All right.
University. Oh my Lord, that was loud. Baseball University of the Blue Ridge, thank you for tuning into the American Legion streaming series presented by Papas and Beer, Authentic Mexican Grill of Hendersonville. From Cherryville, North Carolina, and John L. Buck Fraley Field at Cherryville Memorial Stadium. This has been coverage of North Carolina American Legion Area 4 baseball, where Asheville Post 70 falls to Cherryville Post 100 by a score of 8-6. For Ryan Cook, I'm Hunter